comrades. Today is February 17, 2026, and the current time is 8:18 p.m. In order to introduce more microplastics into our comrades' bloodstreams, the Institute is temporarily mandating that all paperwork be laminated before being submitted to the administratum, if it is to be submitted to the administratum. This will ensure no liquids will ruin the carefully prepared paperwork, be it soup or coffee. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Please tell me I did this correctly. Please. Oh my goodness. I did it. I'm a professional streamer. I got it right the first time. Holy cow, what an absolute miracle. This is truly a day to be heralded as one of the few greats in my great streaming career of many, many moons. Anyways, comrades, good evening. How are all of you doing? Welcome to Rimworld. Except we're under attack by some 32 very, very angry wasters that are going to put our dear comrades to the test because they actually have weapons that require me to get up and close and personal. Also, they have a lot of toxic grenades. So it's not going to be fun trying to deal with this. In fact, I've been trying to think of how am I actually going to fight this because there's like no easy way to really deal with them aside from just escaping or just, you know, trying to come up with some or lobbing a lot of grenades at them. So we may need to figure out what our new solution is going to be. Anyways, how are all of you doing? Good evening. Welcome, comrades. I hope you had a fun... I think today's a Tuesday. I'm not muted, right? Okay, good. I'm just making sure I'm not muted because I feel like sometimes I mess up. Anyways, hello, Ray. Congrats to being first. Also, hello, Goldenrod and Nahil. I think that's everyone who's... and Zoingo. I didn't realize YouTube was having issues today because, quite frankly, I just have been... I took a nap and I was watching YouTube fine, and then and then before stream, I opened up YouTube to pull up the Winchester Bells thing that I use as the announcements bell, and that one was working fine. The only issue I'm noticing is on YouTube, the suggestions box is just straight up not working, so I don't really know what is going on with that. Maybe that's just part of the problem. And yeah, that's essentially where we're at with Rimworld and other weird shenanigans. Oko the soup pot, what is the best flavor of pancit canton? I personally like traditional, the original flavor, but the calamansi one is really good too. I don't really care for the other flavors that much. I assume you're referring to that tweet about pancit. Ever since I replied to that tweet or did that quote post, I have been, like, my entire Twitter feed has just been Filipino VTubers. Like, there are so many Filipino VTubers. I'm like, where did all of these people suddenly come from and suddenly enter my feed? It's kind of silly. But yeah, those are the flavors I specifically eat, original and calamansi. All the other three are spicy flavors, and I'm like, I don't really care for spicy noodles that much. So, you know, I'm not Ray who consumes spicy noodles by the cupful. I am much more of I prefer a milder experience, if that makes sense. So hopefully that answers your question, Zant. Let me also put on the NEKOGRAD outfit if I can remember what buttons turn it on. I think it's this one. There we go. But yeah, we left off with these 33 people coming to attack us. The main problem is that they actually have gear, which is the more concerning part. Like, they actually have decent amounts of, like, this one's even got trooper armor, like marine armor. Or recon armor, and it's gonna be a little tough to like rip through them. Honestly, I might just leave. I don't really feel like fighting this off. We were mostly here so we could get some food. There is a lot of metals that we were going to get, but quite frankly, we have so much steel that I don't even think it's worth trying to get it. The only problem is this guy is having a mental break, and I'm pretty sure he's about to get slaughtered if his mental break doesn't stop. The problem is I have no way to pull him back other than trying to arrest him, which I think we might just do. In fact, I've been meaning to turn this room specifically into a bit of a prisoner bed, so we're just gonna do that. We're just gonna make this a prisoner room because I need something, and let's just get that other guy before he dies. I don't know why everyone's got like a really low chance to arrest the poor guy, but maybe we send Sun in there. All right, we'll send Sun over there to arrest him, and hopefully we can just pull him back inside and then we'll get out of here. I don't really want to fight. I know what our max capacity, like what we're able to fight off is, and this is a little too much for us to handle. So, oh shoot. Okay, so hold on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna release you. No. Okay, you gotta grab him. And then... I don't really care for most of this, so I just need to make sure we have the medicine. And I'm gonna grab whoever walks fast. Okay, Alana, I think, walks kind of fast-ish. Okay, never mind. I forgot she's got a bad back, so her movement is kind of, like, neutered right now. God, that sucks so much. We gotta get her a new spine. Actually, wait, we have enough plasteel now. We can make new spines. We have the technology. We don't need to worry about this anymore. That's right. We have so much we have so much we have the ability to get all the plasteel we need. Most of, like, all of our issues is gone. Like, at this point, getting resources is just a matter of can we get other things to get other resources. Who is the other fastest person in the colony? You move mostly okay, but you're what are you carrying? Good God, you're carrying so much. Let's see. I need someone who's, like, really quick. Unholy might be quick. All right, Unholy's fairly quick. I'm gonna have Unholy quickly grab that medicine and then just bail out, and then we'll be good to go. Oh, never mind. They're beginning their attack. All right, we just gotta leave. Okay, so here's my plan. Yes, essentially, as soon as these guys get on board, we're out of here. It's not really worth trying to stay and fight because it's just a little too much, and I'd rather just be safe and leave. All right, so we're gonna launch. And let's just quickly leave. And hopefully we can lift off before they get too close. The other option was using an orbital beam targeter, which we do have as an option, but I'm like, it's okay. Let's just get out. I only came up with that idea recently. Yeah, welcome to the watch streak. You've been here for quite some time. Hopefully you've enjoyed... I'm glad you're enjoying it enough to keep pressing that funny button. Let's go to this area. There's a yak habitat here, and it's a base, so there's probably at least a decent chunk of animals. All right, let's skedaddle. We need to leave now. Come on. Come on, Havel, hurry up, hurry up. There we go. Come on. Yes. Go, 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 go. We're just... I wasn't gonna deal with that. I realized that it's just not worth fighting that. Other wacky things on occasion. Well, to be fair, we do a lot of Rimworld, and we've been doing a bunch of other stuff. I just haven't had a chance to do a lot of other things recently. Especially because, like, the past... Essentially, like, this week and the last 2 weeks have been 3-day week streams. When I normally stream 4 times a week. So... It's been very limited in the sheer amount of stuff that I'm able to do, if that makes any sense. Your arm is so screwed. Oh, yeah, because you still have that pinched nerve, right? How's that working out? That sounds awful, quite frankly. I hope you're able to survive, Ranu. Don't die on us. All right, there's a lot of food here, thankfully. We're just gonna land. I don't know where to land. Can't place on deep ocean. I don't want to rotate the ship is the problem. I don't want to be that far to the edge either. I guess we'll just be, like, right here. We'll make, like, a very small, I don't know, bridge, and should be fine. We'll probably be here for a little bit anyways. Yeah, I know Ranu's, like, thing is just dying. And hopefully, like, next week we'll go back to the normal 4-day-a-week thing, but I've just been super busy with lots of other stuff that I just have not had that opportunity. Life gets in the way of things, if that makes sense. And so that's kind of where I'm at. You know, I have lots of things going on in life. There's just so much to do all the time. And totally not at all related to my weird crippling video game addiction. Is there a way to not let this guy... Okay, let's just arrest him. Alright, so real quick, let's make sure we can get some food going because we are running out of food all the time. So we're going to do a fishing zone. Right around here is fine. And then let's do a... wildlife. Oh, there's muffalo. Fantastic. We're going to kill the muffalo. And the gazelles. And yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna kill those real quick. If you overlay Texas over Japan, you could walk from Osaka all the way to South Korea. I know exactly which image you're talking about because I saw that image earlier today. Because there's a whole amount of if you don't know right now, there's a bunch of discourse surrounding the size of Japan. Like, I don't know why this is suddenly like a topic, but people are surprised that essentially Japan is about the size of, you know, as the continental United States is from north to south, and that apparently is news to some people. And so, yeah, Japan is fairly tall. It's just not very wide, I guess. It's about as wide as Texas. But whatever happened to Shepherd? Okay, so Shepherd's free. Okay, so we can at least get the rest of these projects built. Hopefully we can get that bionic spine built. I think some of more piece of work. You don't want to get into this constrained tone. You're going to do post work streams, but you just haven't because life is pretty... that's fair. Life is just, like, I get it. Life gets busy and gets in the way of stuff. For me, like, I've had multiple health things I've had to been dealing with recently, so that's what eats up a lot of my time. You know, it's like things like that. And that's just the way life goes. You just kind of learn to roll with it. Texas is also like half the width of Europe too. Texas, like, I don't think people realize like how small Europe is compared to Texas. Like, people like in Europe are like, oh my gosh, you know, I can drive from this country to this country in an hour. Well, yeah, you can be driving in Texas for like 5 hours and you could still be in Texas, right? But that's just like that's also the thing. Like, Texas is very flat. Europe has a lot of geography, mountains, rivers. Texas has lots and lots of open land, I'll say that much. It's also very mountainous. Yeah, Japan is very mountainous, but that's kind of half the fun. I honestly like mountains, quite frankly. Like, I like elevation in my land bases, but unfortunately I am not in an area where that's a thing that I can really appreciate, because that's not where I live. So it'd be nice, but unfortunately I don't live in a mountainous area unless I want to move to like California or, I don't know, the eastern seaboard. It's enormous, and the population are opposite coasts. So, yeah, it's also like the main reason why trains aren't really a thing in the US, because why build trains when airplanes do almost the same exact thing, is I guess what most people would probably argue, right? Which does kind of make sense, but I would like trains because it is a lot more efficient than planes. But I digress. What was I gonna do with this room? I forgot. I was gonna turn this into a classroom for Umi. I can't remember if this was gonna be the classroom. I think the classroom was supposed to be down here, but I don't have enough grab panels. Okay, so our main goal right now is we need food. We're gonna get as much food as possible, and then we're going to go into space and then farm a lot of Vaxstone, and hopefully we'll be able to get that taken care of. We did expand a lot of the ship, as you might have noticed. It is very much not symmetrical anymore. We've kind of ignored symmetry. Concept of symmetry has kind of been thrown out the window. Not much I could say about that other than, whoops, that's just how it is now. I'm gonna just farm this. Oh, I remember, this room is gonna be hydroponics. Dwarf Fortress loves mountain bases, but Ireland, you're pretty much done with the mountains. To be fair, that's fair enough. I have not actually played Dwarf Fortress in forever. It's been quite some time. American desire to own cars. Okay, to be fair, having your own personal mode of transportation is quite nice. As someone who does drive regularly, but I also am aware that it is not exactly what I would call efficient. It's very much not efficient. In fact, it's very painful, especially when you go on the highway and there's just like a bajillion cars on the road, everyone fighting for the same little bit of space on the road. Also, who's gotten these? Oh, Общение is dying of what? Oh, asthma. Is asthma just forever? I guess so, right? Oh, I forgot, but Zoingo, I know you mentioned it the other day for Trench Crusade, but I did actually get my copy of the Trench Crusade rulebook. I kind of forgot that I had ordered it. I forgot I had backed it that far, so it came in the mail today, and I was like, huh, what do you know? And so now I have a rulebook. Also, we have enough AKMs, and I think we're at the point where we do need AKMs, so we're going to start swapping people off of the rifle. The Meowsins have done their duty, but I think it's time we step away from the Meowsins and move to more automatic fire options, especially because it's just a better option. I think the one benefit Meowsins might have had was a slightly longer range of 55 versus the AKM, which has a range of 44, but I think that's fine because very seldom are we going to be doing 55 range engagements. We could probably just find a way to push closer. And if we do need to engage that far, we can have some snipers. Which we actually don't have any snipers right now, so we probably need to pick a few people to be snipers. You know, you're still reading, get reading yours, not sure before bring... I mean, yeah, it's a little dark. I do want to read my copy. I love the lore of... I do love the lore of Trench Crusade, so I'm very interested in reading a lot of like what caused all this to happen. Essentially, that's like the part of the lore that I'm interested in. How did we get to this great big war between the demonic hosts and the powers of heaven on Earth? And it's like, I need to know like the great heresy that they committed involving the Holy Grail. I think a huge plot point that I think they wanted to go over or something like that. So I was like, I need to know what was actually happening. Also, we're gonna go kill some Muffalo. It'd be cool to keep the Muffalo, but I just can't justify it. You know what? I think Garm with that 6 shooting stat is going to be our sniper. So congratulations to Comrade Garm, you are being upgraded to anti-tank sniper. However, I am going to require you to carry... let's see... Do we have any specialty ammunition? I don't think we do. Sabo rounds might make a little bit more sense, but I can't justify that right now. So I think we'll just give... the snipers are not going to need grenades. Speaking of weird worlds, interesting lore, how do I feel about Eberron? I actually like Eberron. I actually like Eberron a lot. So Eberron was, I think, the first... I think it's actually the first setting I ever played in D&D. So when I was getting into D&D, I was in college, and we were trying to figure out like what setting, and my friend who's going to DM for us, she suggested, let's do Eberron. And I was like, okay, what's Eberron about? I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's like, all right, you got some like, you know, steampunky stuff. I like steampunk. Let's go with that. So we did Eberron. I also need to emphasize that my very first D&D character was incredibly overpowered because I did not understand how the rules of the game work. Like I didn't understand like class level versus like build. Like, okay, you know how like spell slots, like you have like levels 1 through 9, right? I was like, oh, so I'm second level. I'm level 2 wizard. I can use level 2 spells. That's not how it works. That's all I'm gonna say. And so that's kind of what my first foray into D&D. Except it's even worse because I wasn't playing a spellcaster. Would you like to know what I was playing? I was playing the Book of Nine Swords. I was playing the Book of Weeaboo Fightin' Magic. Because I was like, wow, this looks so cool. I asked my friend who was the DM, and she's like, yeah, that looks fine. She had never DM'd before, I need to emphasize. Yeah, we jumped right into 3.5. I was looking at supplemental materials. I was like, whoa, this book sounds so cool. And so, I kid you not, my very first character was a twin-tailed tsundere who wielded a great shield and a whip. And chakrams. It was a disaster of a build, but it was fun. That entire campaign lasted for about... I want to say like 3 sessions, and then we dropped it because let's just say one of the players I don't even know how to describe it. One of the players was kind of a pest in a not so fun way to describe, in the very nasty way you may or may not associate with the word pest. And so that is why that campaign imploded, and why we no longer play. We haven't played that in forever. So, the more you know, I guess. Fun times. We're gamers, we don't have fun. Gamers can have fun. It's whether or not the gamers are willing to have fun, right? An experience of DM and Book of Nine Swords, Jesus Christ, exactly. Like, I had fun with it, though. Like, I had a lot of fun. We enjoyed our campaign for the 3 sessions that it was, but the thing is, like with inexperience, like you're gonna run into a lot of like pain points, and one of the biggest pain points we had was, since it was our first time playing, we're like, oh, D&D means dungeons, right? And so instead of navigating through a predefined, you know, adventure path with all these different things and, you know, ways to learn how to be a DM, she pulled up a dungeon randomizer off some website and just kind of threw us in there and tried to come up with like a really dumb explanation as to why we were navigating this dungeon, and I think she just rethemed it as some kind of warehouse in Eberron that we were trying to navigate through. So it was a really dumb explanation, but I was like, well, I mean, it worked, so whatever. You remember when Eberron came out, your game store had a release party and had to playtest it, and you decided you were going to go play an Arversize, but worked on your Warforged in the party? Oh, that's kind of cool. Wait, are you talking about like first Eberron, like in 3.5, or like the 3.x, or the 5e Eberron, which came out, you know, a bit later, but yeah, obviously recently, I guess. Oh, nice. You got to be part of that playtesting group. That's pretty cool. That's interesting. That's kind of true to OG D&D. It might be true to OG D&D, but I think if you're just starting out as a DM, I think it's better in general to kind of, you know, have something a little better to work, something more concrete to work with. And I think that was like kind of the biggest issue. Like, she didn't have that that foundation to be able to run something a little more complicated like that properly, if that makes sense. And so that's why it ended up becoming a bit of a disaster. And then after we played Yeah, like I think running like a pre-made dungeon I think would have been good. Like doing some kind of one-shot or doing some kind of like predefined adventure path or something like that would have probably been a little better. I don't know if they actually printed adventure paths for Eberron in 3.x, but that I think would have helped a lot. And then we immediately pivoted to Savage Worlds Deadlands, and that was a lot of fun. I still remember that campaign very fondly. My entire friend group that played that, half of us don't talk to have kind of broken off, but the remaining half of us are still together, and I still enjoy Deadlands a lot. I actually like Savage Worlds as a system. If you've never played if you've never played Savage Worlds, the RPG system, it's a very interesting system because it has mechanics like exploding dice, and a lot of your numbers are kind of like, you don't really do d20s, you're kind of doing from like d4s up through d12s. And yeah, I think exploding dice is called raises is what it was called. So Savage Worlds and Deadlands was a sub. So basically Savage Worlds is kind of a setting agnostic system, and Deadlands is a specific setting for Savage Worlds, where the idea is, what if the American Wild West, but all that weird mystical stuff was real? Like Native American shaman magic and like Wendigos and, you know, using like dealing with the devil magic, card magic was all real. It was actually super sick. Actually, it was actually really fun, and I really miss it. I actually do remember using Savage Worlds to run a Hidan no Aria campaign, which I wish I have a way to explain how stupid the setting of Hidan no Aria is, but I love Hidan no Aria. As me as an individual, it is a setting that is very near to my heart, even if it's one of the dumbest settings that has ever existed. There was, you won't exactly understand why it was plus 16 charisma and added charisma to melee. That sounds really busted, because you only needed to like punch over someone's defense in order to actually give them a wound, I think, in Savage Worlds. Remember that Deadlands had a very poker style theme to the game. Yeah, it had a lot of you had to use cards to determine your initiative and stuff like that. Also, we have access to upgraded advanced hydroponics. These do consume like way more power, but these will grow things at, oh wait, okay, so these consume more power, but will not require its own dedicated light. So I think this actually is better. 1, 2, 3. I can either put 4. I can put 1, 2, 3. I guess I can put 5. That's fine. Could insta kill an average human target. Yeah, that sounds about right, based on the stats that you're providing. Wait, I really do enjoy tabletop RPGs. There's just not a lot of time to play tabletop RPGs, so I'm just like in one Pathfinder campaign, and that's basically all I'm having the opportunity to play at the current time. We gotta get these corpses in here. I'm surprised we managed to escape that death-defying adventure. We need to find a way to sort through all the dead bodies and get all that delicious fur that I can sell off to unsuspecting buyers. We probably need to kill a few more animals. There's a lot of rabbits down there. Need warm clothes. Oh my goodness, I forgot. Okay, so here's the problem. Umi is a child. The children does not have gear. Actually, no, you got a parka. Yeah, all right, the child will survive. I forgot Umi doesn't want to. We wanted to make sure Umi never has a weapon, because otherwise Umi's gonna get murdered by various baddies, and we don't want that to happen, do we? I'm trying to think if there's anything I can do to expand the ship right now, other than trying to find more Vaxstone blocks or Gravlight panels, but right now we don't have any option. Also, the other problem is we don't have chem fuel. We're kind of low on chem fuel right now, so I think what I need to do, unironically for the time being, is I'm going to build a latrine, because I need people to poop. If they're not able to use the really nice fancy toilet, which is located over here, I want to make sure that at least there's another option to generate fecal sludge that I can then use to, well, turn into fuel. The rest of one legendary ability is the ability to receive the party's hand, distribute initiative as she saw fit. That's a really powerful ability. How long did that campaign last? Your group loves playing different RPGs. Currently, you got FFG Star Wars games. Ooh, interesting. Star Wars. Yeah, I'm assuming you're doing okay, so you are using the official Star Wars RPG, right? With the you also fans of World Darkness, preferring to storytell vampire while you're mage storyteller. The thing is, like, I can't really get my friends often to play other RPG systems, so we typically just stick around with systems like Pathfinder, and we don't do D&D anymore. It's basically just Pathfinder. One system I really want to play, and I've mentioned this many times before, is I want to play Lancer. Lancer is a system that interests me significantly, but I think getting enough people to be on board to play Lancer is a little difficult, so Lancer is just not a thing that I'm able to currently, partake in at the current time. Maybe one day eventually, but for now, it's not. 2 years, time skip in the middle, running the Savage Worlds of deities and demigods. Okay. After party inherited the son of Spark-geared gods, this is the insane abilities. Okay, so you basically were legendary, mythic tier characters. You missed Pathfinder 1E. I have strong opinions on 1E. I played a lot of 1E. Basically, 1E was the D20 system that I played a lot of among my friend group. Because we decided, we got out of 3.5. We had another friend who's like, hey, I'll DM Pathfinder 1E, and it was a lot of fun. 1E is a very fun system if you can handle the math. If you like Mathfinder, it is a really good system. If you cannot handle the math, it is not a good system for you. Also, what am I gonna grow here? I think we need... So rice can essentially grow in 1 day. Corn we can get in about every 4 days. I think we just keep growing rice for the time being. It's probably just cheaper for now. Until we can get a more stable food source. Or we grow potatoes, but potatoes in this high fertility with low fertility sensitivity is probably kind of a waste. Don't care about that. Alright, we were trying to get the ability to metal refine, so let's go get the binary systems. Okay. Everything she worked through the phase of powers and amputation. People died from her attacks because she's living god, and she was killing them because she was actually that sort of a fencer. Okay, so basically she had god power. She had godlike abilities, is what I'm hearing, which makes sense for why she's able to, destroy things. God, how many more animals do I need to kill for enough food? I'm gonna build another fridge. I think we need more fridges, and then we're gonna move this sink over here. I think that should be fine. I'm just trying to make sure we can maximize our cooking speed, because right now it's a bit of a disaster. This entire room is a bit of a mess, because I do plan on going into space today. There is a asteroid field that I wanted to kind of possibly use as our staging ground for our space adventure. I think it was this one, this specific one, the Gabaron asteroid, has large amounts of compacted plasteel and something else, and I think that'll be a good spot to set up our base in space once we can figure out our different problems, mainly with power and whatnot. If I can just get some Vaxstone, I think we'll be okay. Now, I'm actually gonna stop making carnivorous fine meals for the time being. I think we just need the basic meals until everything is dead. Oh, that Muffalo's still alive, by the way. I think it's time to put it out of its misery. Dr. Clef, to blame yourself for your maid enthusiasm. Who's Dr. Clef? Godhound is perfect for playing our epic adventures. I don't know what Godhound is either, unfortunately. Oh, speaking of gods, I don't know if anyone saw this, but remember that game Highguard? Apparently the website is down. And it seems like a lot of the quote-unquote it was an indie game thing might have been a lie. I was reading some articles earlier, and it's starting to look like that Highguard was actually funded by Tencent as like the super secret backer that was funding their adventure, like their endeavors. But I guess for whatever reason, no one wanted to say or admit that, but at least that's the rumor that's floating around. Dr. Clef was from the SCP Foundation, is our GM. Oh, okay. I did not know that, but that's interesting. Let me drink my thing real quick. I feel bad for Highguard. I think the game is actually just completely gone now. It's dead. What a shame. I think, honestly, here's my hottest take. I think if they just made Titanfall 3, everyone would have loved them. They tried making Apex Legends 2, no one's gonna want it. Everyone's sick and tired of hero shooters. Everyone's sick and tired of Battle Royale-esque mechanics. It's not like with the whole looting phase thing. We don't need any of that. Please just give us Titanfall 3. That's all anyone wants. Please. It's not that hard to make. It's not that hard of a concept to work with. Oh well. Let's see. These are not finished building yet. So you can catch about Godbound for a bit. Are you familiar with the games just put about Kevin Crawford, Star Cities, Worlds Without Number? I am aware of one of those. The Worlds Without Number, I think, is the one I'm familiar with. Because it's a sci-fi system, but I have not played it, and I do not know the mechanics of it. Other than... unless I'm mixing it up with Traveler, I think you have to RNG your backstory. Is that right? You know, I'm going to use the regular outfit today. You know, let's be high resolution today. I feel like being a high resolution, adorable VTuber. Look at that. Look at me. Highguard crashed and burned so hard you have to wonder if it was some kind of financial scam. You know, Highguard crashed so Overwatch 2 could walk. Oh, I'm sorry, Overwatch 2 is dead. Since Highguard crashed so Overwatch could run. Because I think my understanding is Overwatch is back to being a 6v6 game, and they basically just undid everything that people didn't like about Overwatch 2 and said, please come back, we beg of you, we're desperate for our players to return. Which is definitely a way to do things, I guess. It is a little sad that that's what had to happen to Overwatch to make it relevant again, but here we are. All right, this thing is, we are not gonna have enough power to run this. Okay, so let me think. I need another GravCore power cell. I need 50 panels. I think I have a shield generator that I could dismantle. This will produce... Let's see. A shield generator, if I am willing to sacrifice it. Wait. Wait, is that not... Wait, hold on. Shield generator. Okay, wait a second. Why don't I have the eccentric ones? Wait, is this not a... Mic Freezy? Wait a second. How did I get this? I thought I had all the research done already for GravTech. Am I not supposed to have one of these? Now I'm concerned. Hold on, I'm just gonna turn on God mode real quick, see if I can find it in here. That is odd. Why am I allowed to build this? That is concerning. Well, I guess I don't really need a shield generator from the grav ship stuff, so I'm gonna dismantle this with parts and hope I'm not making a terrible mistake. We'll have I don't know, I think we'll have Anya just rip it apart, that's fine. Or Airman will do it. Short version, you're playing okay, let me read this real fast. As possible, if you want a character created by tables, but short story, the guy was some vein of wild, anything you can think of. First creation was Godbound. You're playing as gods and demigods. You have the power to influence and change the world and draw power from followers against both an epic scale and rewards players for changing the world by certain power. Okay, so basically, it is basically a god sim. You are a god or godlike being in a world, and you have to do all sorts of. You can do whatever you want, basically. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I never was really a fan of that type of concept in tabletop RPGs. Maybe it's just me, but I just don't like that level of power. I have like there's for me it's weird. There's like a certain level of power scaling that I like in TRPGs, and for me, I think fighting gods is one of those, like, I just am not fond of that. Does that make sense? It's actually one of my biggest gripes with Pathfinder is the power scaling is you typically go from being, you know, zeros to literally fighting Jesus or insert name of whatever deity you want to go kill. And for me, I never really enjoyed that too much. Now, granted, you're usually not actually fighting deities, but you're fighting deity like tier villains, and that's kind of why I like D&D 5e a lot, in a way, is because there is a kind of a certain level of power scaling that you kind of keeps it grounded, right? Like threats from the early game aren't going to be threats later on, but they can, in large numbers, they can still be a threat just due to like the law of averages. It's like the bounded system, exactly, bounded accuracy. Unlike Pathfinder, which adds your level to basically all of your major rolls, and that means, you know, that lowly skeleton that you fought earlier is not really a threat anymore. Oh my goodness, there's a grav core. We finally found another grav core. Oh my goodness. All right. I guess we got to go to that frozen terraformer and get me another grav core. All right, as soon as this shepherd fellow is done having a mental break, because this man is having a mental break every 5 seconds. Oh, I know why. He's not in the right ideology. Let's just quickly fix that real quick. Also, combat suppliers, so I guess we'll go riz up the traders real fast. All right, what am I buying? I could buy another shuttle engine if I really wanted. I think we buy the components. Actually, no, we don't need components. Okay, what do I want? Meds are fine. I think we buy the helium-3. Sell the revolver. Sell the 2 mini turrets, that's fine. I think I keep everything else. It's not really worth selling ammunition at all. Sell that knife. I think that's okay. I'll lose 1,000, but I do need to buy the H3 because we will be making a fusion reactor in a bit. Yeah, we'll be making fusion power at some point once we can kind of find the space to build fusion power, which is going to be essentially the next main objective. That's why you like Savage World for legendary stuff kicked in. Everything was always a threat between dice scaling and exploding dice. Yeah, that's why I like games that have that little bit of bounded accuracy. Yeah, Vicious 5e mostly comes to lack of familiarity. Even popular opinions that D&D 4 is far more sleeper than people realize. Combat-wise, out of combat's another story altogether when combat was peak. Well, I mean, that's the thing. Like, the main thing with 4e is that it very much took from the popularity of the things in the time, which was, you know, like, digital RPGs. World of Warcraft, things like that were very much an influence in the game design of 4E. And I think also Pathfinder 2E takes some lessons from D&D 4th edition and kind of makes it a little bit more palatable to RPG grognards. I think, for example, Pathfinder 2E's action system is probably like one of my favorites. 3 action economy is my favorite way of like playing RPGs so far because it's very flexible and you can do a lot of different things with it if you're creative, rather than just being beholden to action, bonus action, or as action, swift action, free action, move action, things like that, which I never really particularly liked. I like the more granularity that is provided by a system that, you know, that we have with Pathfinder 2E. Oh my goodness, I am like, my nose is like stuffy and I still have no idea why. Also, to answer your things, D&D 1-off where you save Thor from the evil rat shaman. What do you mean the evil rat shaman? Oh, all right. Umi's here. Umi demands the maid outfit. Let me put it on. Let me 1 second. All right. Welcome to the Professor's Glorious Maid Cafe, where we only serve the finest of teas and crumpets and biscuits and truffles and full English brekkies. I don't know the joke. I might know the joke and I'm just like, it's not coming out, it's not parsing through my head real fast. Oh, Disney. Got it. Okay. Got it. Fair enough. I mean, listen, if you have an issue with Disney, that's your thing. That ain't my thing. All right, Disney doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, that's fair enough on your point. Oh my gosh, we don't have enough power for this. Oh my goodness. Do I have enough panels? I didn't get enough panels from that. I only have 41 panels. Okay. So I need 10 panels, which I think I can actually get from here, which is super janky, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the substructure here, 5 and 5. That's just enough so that we can build a spare power coil, power cell, right, like this. That's fine. 2 votes counted for 1, none counted. Wait, what do you mean? I'll take a look in a second. I have no idea what's going on with that. I'm trying to remember how the rest of it went because it's been a while, so I had to say this. How did it go again? It's been so long since I've actually said this thing. Welcome home, Zan. What would you like first? Dinner? A bath? Or me? You had an event pick. 2 people voted 1. Event showed 0. Oh, you know what? Okay, I know why. I'm so sorry. I always forget to do this. It's because the bot has to reconnect every time I start stream, and I always forget to reconnect it. I am so sorry. Here, well, I'll force a vote so you can have your vote. Okay. Wait. Maybe I disabled it. How does this work? Hold on, there's a way to do this. I just need to find it. I think I might have actually disabled. Oh, here we go. Oh, okay. Here's the command. All right, got it. Well, that's ominous. That's a red error. All right. Well, I guess we're not allowed to do HODL votes. HODL bot vote. Why did that not work? All right. Well, the vote will happen the next time it triggers, which it'll be one in-game day anyways. So you just have to be a little patient. I'm sorry. I don't remember how to fix this. Was it I'm stuck? Okay, there we go. Pause limbo. Okay, we're gonna go kill these goats that have joined us because, quite frankly, I don't feel like taking care of goats. So that's just fresh meat for us. How's little Umi's education going? Well, you are getting some education. You're actually growth tier level 2, so hopefully by the time that you become age 7, your growth tier will go pretty well, but I'm expecting you'll probably be at like growth 3 at most. We don't actually have a spare classroom to educate you, which is a little unfortunate. Oh my goodness, we have power again. All right, we do need to find additional power sources. All right, let's go. Let's see, we got a lot of steel already, right? We're mostly here to farm steel and food, but I don't know if we want to stay here. Oh my goodness, the goats are mating. Oh wait, hold on. We should kill the let's go kill this. Maybe not Exonia. Does Dennis have a gun? Yes. All right. Airman Joker does not have a weapon. All right, we're just gonna execute these 2 animals real quick because they're delicious and easy to slaughter. Wow, that was easy. All right, do the same thing for that other one. Make sure that one dies fairly quickly. And now we have delicious food to we have delicious mega sloth. Yeah, the Twitch toolkit probably will not be working after the next DLC patch or something, but I do know that the bot is still functioning. So, and I know that there's like another team that's currently maintaining it that's not HODL, because I know he's not currently working on it. We do have a spare pawn. If you want to join the name queue, you can just take over Shepard here. Shepard is he's a good shot, and that's, yeah, he's a really good shot. Did that not work? Are you already in the queue? You might already be in the queue. Oh, you're already in the game. You're already here. That's why. Look at you. You're hanging around here. You're really good at punching things and being smart, but right now it's not warriors I need gunners. And gunners are apparently very few and hard to come by. TDO is on default settings as a cluster. Every time it has to experience chat bullying until they drop it or learn how to configure it. And that was me. I remember when I first started using Twitch Toolkit, and I just said, let everything happen. And it definitely was an experience, is the best way that I can describe it. It definitely happened and existed and definitely was one of the experiences of all time. I know RimConnect's another one that people are using, but I personally don't use RimConnect. I know it is a popular option as well, but I mean, there's like a lot of other things I need to be using. Like, I remember people used to call in tornadoes and whatnot, and I had to turn that off because the tornadoes are the worst event to ever happen. I hated tornadoes. They sucked. And so I vowed to never let them ever happen again. That's a meteor full of steel that I don't need, so I'm going to leave that alone for now. I think we're just going to grab the corpses here, and then I think we'll just bail. There's not really a point to sticking around here. We're going to be in the mysterious winter wonderland. Let's just grab the other big ol' mega sloth, and I think we'll leave. There is not much here to grab aside from additional steel. Steel is great, but I mean, when you have so many stacks of it... Oh, that's a heat wave. And that's rain. I mean, you can buy all these events. I can't stop you from doing it, but what am I going to do with that? What am I gonna... I could make ibuprofen? But no one's in pain that much, right? Yeah, there's not that much pain going on. Maybe we do need to start figuring out, still need to figure out this thing. Oh, right. Did we finish that spine? Okay, so here's our big problem. So Immortal's the only one has a very high medical score and is the only one who's feasibly capable of doing the installation of Alana's new spine. Now the problem is Immortal is operating at 90% mental capacity with a brain stimmy, so it's probably okay, but it's probably a risk. But we're gonna try it. Hello, Steve. How are you doing? So I guess we'll give it a shot, and we'll see how that pans. Also, I need to reassign. I forgot. Steve needs to switch from the lineman to the assault rifle kit. Yeah, because we're swapping out people to the assault rifle now. Have a spare. Okay, let's get ready to get out of here. I think we got everything I wanted, anyways. So we're gonna go launch. And how many flights do we need to make? Where was it? Wait, hold on. Where did it go? Oh, it's over there. Oh my goodness, we can actually go all the way in one go. That's fantastic. Let's go. I love to see it. I love to see that I don't have to go that far and I can just immediately just teleport there. Go, my beautiful grav ship. Go, and let us go adventure forth where no other NEKOGRADian has ventured before. Let me drink my water real fast. Actually, it's not even water. I'm drinking Gatorade. I'm sorry, I lied. Unfortunately, we do need more vac suits. A lot of the ship is just not very well organized. That's kind of been my biggest issue that I've been trying to solve. The ship is not neat. It is terrible. And I'm trying to think of how to make it look nicer. It's just hard. Anyways, we're going back into the tundra anyways, because I need to get this grav core. Thankfully, you know, up here in the tundra, it's more like we just don't have space. The grav ship is very limited in how much room I have on board. So if I can just get more things going, I think it'll be fine. Right? I think it'll be fine if we can just get more space on board. But trying to get that space is the hardest part. And if we can solve that, really the main thing is, can I get enough grav cores? The biggest, like, legitimately the only problem I'm having in this run is the sheer amount of grav cores that's needed to do anything. There's like not much left here. If I land here, we'll damage the grav ship. Well, I don't want to damage the grav ship. I guess we'll land up here. That's fine. Yeah, it's fine, I think. Did I say hello, son? I think you said hi. How are you doing? I know Steve's here too. Hello, Steve. There's a new Reddit Reddit locked for a legitimate mod announcement. Wait, what happened? Is it drama in the Rimworld community? Is there spicy things happening? I like reading drama because I'm a degenerate who enjoys reading about problems that actually don't matter. You can't buy items for the most part. I think the only thing I'm letting people buy are prosthetics. I'm letting people buy prosthetics. I'm just gonna mass dig this out. There we go. It's a Gardevoir xenotype. That means people... Wait! Wait, hold on. Wait. Rimworld Red. I want to see this. I need to see this. I need to know. I need to know. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Gardevoir Evolution release. It's already locked. It's only been an hour. Wait, what's rule 3? Tag not safe for work or flare explicit as appropriate. Okay. Found it. Hold on. I mean, what I'm looking at doesn't look not safe for work, so I guess it's okay to show on stream. I mean, like, this is pretty well done art, I'll say. But I do think, yeah, the people are... Hold on, let me make sure I'm executing all these animals real quick. Yeah, people are... let's see. Yeah, this is the image that I expected people to immediately start posting. The I know what you are posting. Oh my gosh. Huh. Yeah, to release in February. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, people are immediately. It is a legitimate mod, but people are immediately taking it a very questionable way. It's gonna be launched in recent Vaporeon race mod. Wait, oh, that's right. There was a Vaporeon race mod. I was about to ask, like, did someone ever do Vaporeon? Lopunny would probably be next. I think it's a bit of a shame that people who do make these interesting projects people will immediately be like, gotta make the. Oh, jeez. Actually, you know what's really bad too? If you look at the comments on the official workshop page, it's immediately like, I know what you are. There's no loss for Pokemon. I know what you are. And all that other stuff. It's like, Ralts, Curlia, Gardevoir, Gallade, the whole line is here. Unique leveling system to determine evolution. Hybrids run on the CVN patron system, so magic. Okay. Interesting. That is it. I mean, like, it looks like a fine mod. Like, I mean, I've played Pokemon stuff before. People like the joke of Pokemon with guns has always been like a thing. That's why Palworld, when it got announced, was so shocking to people. Because like, oh my god, look at all these little critters, but we gave them guns. Oh my gosh, I just realized it's negative 51 centigrade outside. Holy cow, it is freezing. Oh my. So the problem is, I don't know if our pawns want to go outside and dig at rocks. I don't even think Garm's gear is warm enough. Why is Havel injured? Oh, I think Havel fought a moose and the moose is winning. Whoops, we should probably fix that. Let's go save Havel, please. Let's get Alana out there, and whoever's got a weapon that could maybe deal with this quickly. Unholy's got a shotgun. Like, our gear is good to negative 10, but this is too much. You're still alive, son. Don't worry. You're not allowed to die yet. Okay, there we go. Come on, Unholy. You need one more shot. Perfect. Let's get Havel out of here. Havel will live. All right. Yeah, it's too cold for most pawns. Even like Z-Opposer's gear is too much. Gosh, that capacity's just rough too. I think the only way we'd be able to make it warmer is if they had a nice t-shirt underneath that kept them warm. Because this is essentially the equivalent of a parka, right? So as long as we have something that's as strong as a parka. I guess the vac suit would also be an option, but do I really want to put people in a vac suit just to go outside in this weather? Seems a little excessive. Oh my goodness, the sounds are breaking on me again. All right, Garms, time to start digging rocks. It's time to start slapping the rocks away. Let's see how long Garm can survive before... Actually, Garm might be okay. Yeah, Garm actually has a decent amount of temperature comfortability. Yeah, it's probably okay. Oh my goodness, yes, I know. Okay, so I don't know if anyone saw this, but I'm just gonna post it because it's so cursed. Someone decided to take the... I guess the people in China are modding their funny games in a very cursed manner and decided, what if we just made Warhammer 40k Space Marines do character intros like they're in a stupid gacha game? And I was like, this is the most cursed thing I've seen today. Like, look at these things. Imagine Your Space Marine chapter being ooh-woo kawaii. You know what? Actually, no. If I played Warhammer, that's exactly what I would make them do. I would pose them like this. Yeah. It would probably throw people off all the time. Like, why are your Space Marines acting cute? Because they can. It's so cursed. I need to play Space Marine. I've been wanting to buy Space Marine too, but I just can't be bothered to spend money on video games right now. That's the only reason I haven't really played it. I heard it's really good though, and I do want to give it a shot if I ever get a chance. Okay, wait, why is Boomhouse like immune to the weather? Let's ask this question. Why is Boomhouse immune to the cold? Is the Vandalier? Wait. Hold on. Everyone's wearing pants, right? Okay, so everyone is wearing pants. Is it the hat? No, you do have a hat, which does add some small amount of protection. Maybe it's just because the skiers. Maybe the bandolier. Why is he nearly immune to all temperature gradients? Wait. Guinea pig. Wait, is guinea pig that thermally insulating? Oh my god, it is. Holy sh! I didn't know that was that intense. That's actually kind of crazy. Getting peppered by Soviet city building game vids. Send help. Oh, you mean the funny workers in resource Soviet Republic? Listen, I don't know much about guinea pigs. Okay, for the longest time, I thought guinea pigs were like giant, like hamsters. I guess they are, but I thought they were like the size of hamsters until I saw an actual video of one. I'm like, wow, these things are kind of gigantic. I mean, you probably did mention it before, and I probably just forgot. It would not surprise me if I had forgotten about that little tidbit. Are we just not producing enough power? Oh, we can't produce enough power. You know why? Because maybe the solar generator can't make, you know, when there's a blizzard. Also, the caribous are having their revenge on us again. Comrade Dennis is probably in very much heavy danger. You're gonna draft you real fast and have Dennis try to run. Alright, you gotta help the poor guy out. Come on, you got a gun. You got this. Start blasting. Come on. A few more. Okay. Just one more. I think Dennis will survive. You just gotta rescue the poor guy. Alright, we'll have you rescue, and then someone else can go slaughter the rest of these things, and I think we should be good to go. Garm is doing a pretty good job, though. As long as they can try to find this thing, we'll be okay. Oh, that's true. I guess you have to kill a lot of them. That makes sense, and we haven't bothered. We don't need to kill that many. I'm too lazy to kill. And also find that many guinea pigs. Main issues, again, yeah, we just don't have power. Also, yeah, we're gonna have you drop that. I forgot. That breaks a little bit. Hopefully he can get his weapon soon. He's getting an AKM, right? Yes, he has his AKM. Probably need to make sure we have more in stock. Let's make a few more AKMs. That'll be fine. We gotta find this thing ASAP. We need to find this thing. I don't want to be stuck in this cold, horrid winter with barely any power to function. Most of our stuff is being shut off because we just can't afford the electricity costs. Ron has played more than you on Terra Invicta. I still need to play it. Like, I have it in my library, and it's been sitting there waiting for me to sit there and actually boot it up, and I've just been too... Oh boy. You got a gun. Aim for the head. Nice. Beautiful. Alright, Zeopulsar lives another day. I'm not gonna lie, every time you guys talk about Terra Invicta, I'm like, you know what I really want to play? I want to play XCOM again. I want to play that funny XCOM game. I just shouldn't. No, the thing is with Terra Invicta, like, I have other games I play. Like, right now I'm trying to play more Rabid and Steel and trying to get through the hard mode, because I, for whatever reason, am choking a lot during the boss fights, and it is causing a huge problem with my attempt to progress or unlock the final character. And it's crazy. It pains me so. If only I was better at the game. You haven't beaten Red Area on normal. Well, you know what? Nothing's stopping you from booting up the game and trying to get through it. I basically carried Ray through a lot of the her first few runs, and now she's able to do normal on her own. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy, right? Good God, Infidave has gotten fibrous mechanites. All right. You're being punished. You can't do the boss fight with Dancer? That's a skill issue. That's a skill issue. Dancer has invulnerability. Wait, what are you talking about? Dancer has invulnerability. Her entire shtick is that she gives everyone, like, some AO... Well, she gives everyone a buff and she gives herself invulnerability on her defensive. It's a very short invulnerability. No, I guarantee you, Dancer gives invulnerability with 0 upgrade. You can use the upgrade to make the invulnerability invuln last longer, but she by default will always have invuln. Every class has invuln. Because that's how you have to that's how you survive certain mechanics. No, I know this for a fact. I've played like almost 80 hours of Rapid and Steel. Okay, so I played almost 70 hours of Rapid and Steel. In fact, I could probably do it, like, if I pulled it up right now, I can clear in the entirety of normal. I could probably clear all of hard with Dancer. It's Lunatic that I can't clear consistently because, well, it's Lunatic difficulty, and Lunatic is a whole another level of insanity. Goodness gracious, like, no matter how much we keep digging through this. Also, where's Anya? I forgot that she's a cook. But I need her to be digging rocks out. There's no easy way to really get through all this, is there? At the very least, the winter deep freeze is at least getting... Wait, where did these Thrumbos come from? Well, unfortunately, I cannot tame a Thrumbo, so I guess those guys are just gonna exist. I can't really take care of them, sadly. Red Boss has seconds long beam. Okay, just so I understand, you're struggling on normal, right? I'm legitimately tempted to just pull out my controller and just complete the entire thing. Because like right now in Rimworld, we're just kind of waiting to get this done anyways. That's a big, gigantic booty thing. You want me to... Hold on, where's my controller? Hold on. I guarantee you I can do that. Hold on. I'm gonna speed run this real fast. We're gonna speed run Rabbit and Steel normal just so I can show you how this works. Let's shrink this down here. Oh my god, it's locked. Hold on. Why is this locked? Okay, wait. Set this to Rabbit and Steel. Let me lower the game volume of Rabbit and Steel so that you don't have to hear it while Rimworld's in the background. Phase 2 of red. Okay, hold on. Make this visible, and then we're gonna shrink this down. I'm gonna put it in the corner. Because, like, listen, literally, Rimworld, I have to just wait for this to be dug out. It's gonna take some time, okay? That's the only reason I'm doing this. Plus, I can show you how easy this fight is. I'll even do it with Dancer. Hold on, I'll do it on Dancer. Okay, so the easiest way to do this is you go with this. We're gonna do this on normal. You're gonna go on Red Dark House, right? Okay, that's fine. Play Dancer. We're gonna do this. This is probably like people who are like, why aren't you playing Rimworld more? Yeah, this is the Final Fantasy XIV DLC, right? Like I said, I played this a lot. I know basically most of the mechanics by heart at this point. What was I gonna say? I need something to talk about that's not this game. All right, we were talking about RPGs earlier, right? Speaking of which, I know this week we're doing like this coming week, this Sunday, we're doing like a big boss fight in our current campaign. I'm kind of excited to see where that is going. Although I'm kind of amused because our DMs decided we're skipping the entire dungeon lead up to the boss fight and we're just going to shove you right into the boss fight, which I thought was really funny. Because I think I just didn't want to bother dealing with setting up the boss fight or the dungeon, because he said it's not a very good dungeon. So that's why we're not doing our little dungeon in the game. Also, I don't know if you're using your defensive offensively, but you should try to use your offensive defense. You should use your defensive offensively because it gives you Warcry, which is a pretty sizable damage buff if you know what you're doing. All right. Alright, so we're basically almost out of the prelude area, so we'll just go into the next stage. I hope this is not bothering anyone that I'm doing this, but again, we have to wait until we find the thing in the back. What's my GCD? 1.2? So metronome boots is not really useful. Cooldown of all abilities and loot in seconds multiplied by 10. So what is that? 8, 15, 23. 23 times 10 is 230. 230 divided by 2. 230 is still higher, is lower than 350, so that's actually not worth it. However, Obsidian Rod, if you get the gem that makes the cooldown 99, then it becomes overpowered. In which case, that would actually be really good, but since I don't know if I can guarantee that, I'm not going to do that. We'll take Black Steel Buckler, that's fine. As Penance, you must not play Dancer in Rimworld. Wait, how do I play Dancer in Rimworld? How does that work? How does that work? God, I forgot how boring the easy mode or the normal mode patterns are. It's like it's too easy. Oh shoot, I wasn't paying attention. I actually am learning how to play Dancer in 14 just because I thought it was interesting. I know Ray is too. I actually have a Dancer glamour set up in 14 now where it's just like a swimsuit outfit because I was like, that actually looks kind of nice. And then I realized, well, that is the most amount of skin I think I have on any of my glamours in 14. Because I typically always go for like a nice, you know, I normally go for like a conservative design is usually my shtick. Some more cried, I think we take Opal Twirling and then do that. Never scales off scales. Yeah, exactly. I like being nice and conservative outfit design. Alright, I forgot that doesn't do any more damage. Yeah, Ray's already judging me. I'm already being judged for my outfit choices in my Final Fantasies. I actually do need to play some Final Fantasy. I still haven't beaten Dawn Trail. I made it to the big, like, middle part of Dawn Trail where it's like, hey, this big event happened. Are you ready to continue the main plot? He says, well, I'm playing Rabbit and Steel because Immortal says, or so, Infidave says he can't get past the Red Dark House boss on normal phase 2. So I'm gonna show how easy it is on Dancer on normal mode. I probably could do this with I could probably do this super easily too on what's it called, the other mode, on hard. So that's why we're doing. Oh, who's dying now? Major break wrist? That's fine, they'll live. Don't feel you haven't either. I've been like, it's just a lot of things, and I know I'm being told I'm being a slacker. Yeah. Does everyone have issues with the bosses? I don't know, like maybe I've just played enough of this game that I've memorized the patterns. So most of these fights aren't too bad for me at this point. You're just bad. It just takes practice. Like honestly, like a lot of this game is just it's like learning the patterns and memorizing them, just like you're playing Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14, the boss fights are basically a game of can you memorize the pattern? And that's basically it. The rings trip you up. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I probably should have done this on hard, but Infidave wants to see normal, so I'm like, all right, we'll just do normal. Because again, a lot of this just like, it's spinny rings. You should try Lunatic. I've done Lunatic, and I can't clear Lunatic. It's so complicated. It's basically, because the main issue with Lunatic is you have way less opportunities to make mistakes. Due to the way it's set up, because you only get like, what? You have 3 life, and you only regenerate 1 life per chest. So it's very easy to just explode. I forgot this thing has a lot of HP. My items also just don't give me a lot of damage too. Solo D dungeon runs Fantasy 14 can't raid. I no longer raid. I think there was a point in time where I was raiding, but that time is long gone. I'm washed up. I have heard people call Rabbit and Steel essentially a raider retirement home, and I was like, you know what? That's fair. Painfully accurate, I think. Oh, I keep messing up my rotation, by the way. Yeah, I keep messing up my rotation. I'm actually like don't remember the normal patterns. I'm just literally going off straight vibes. You should play Korean MMOs. Korean MMOs are a whole different level of insanity. It's not really something I'm terribly interested. Oh shoot, I got hit. I want to play. I kind of gave up playing Korean MMOs just because they're A little silly. All right. Took only one hit. That's fine. Go next. And then we'll go back to Rimworld. Okay. Wait, hold on. That decreases my cooldown to 11 seconds if I take Rainbow. If I take Crit Cloak, 30% more damage on crits, but I'm not really critting. Well, I do have Ballroom, so I guess 30% on crits is fine. Alright, here. Let's do the boss. Should not be that difficult. What part of the boss actually do you struggle with? That's the part I'm curious about. Is it like knowing like where to maneuver when these circles are happening? Or what is it? Also, yeah, I know you can't hear the game. If you want the volume on the game up, let me know. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of keep it low so we can listen to the sounds of Rimworld instead. Actually, it's really funny. I'm watching it on my screen with OBS on the tiny little window, and it seems to be fine. Yeah, we'll just do that. Yeah, but a lot of it is you do need to use your offensive. You do need to use your defensive offensively. I'm literally like whatever you're seeing is how I'm experiencing this. It works fine. Oh, I messed up. Oh, hello. Hold on. What is happening? Hold on, we gotta deal with this real quick. All right, Unholy has a shotgun, but there's a Thrumbo in the way. It's going for Rare Pickle, right? All right, I didn't want to use the charge bullets, but I don't think I have a choice. Let's just go as far as we can and just get set up. We're gonna switch to Snapshot, I think. Okay, problem solved. Let's go kill this Great Wolf. The thing is, like, we have to sit here until we find the thing. Like, we did find a wall, but now we need to find the entrance to this thing. So that's going to be the more difficult bit. All right, that's fine. Undraft. All right, let's let them keep digging at this until they find my objective. All right, what was I doing? Right, this thing. All right, there we go. You can deconstruct it, but it usually takes forever, so I'd rather just not. Oh, shoot, I messed up that combo. Oh, shoot. I messed up. So here, you want to be in this direction here. Oh, right down here. Yeah, fortified wall. It's very difficult. You go here. Because, you know, if you know the direction it's going to rotate, it's just a matter of determining what's the safe area. And usually at this difficulty, they put in multiple safe areas, so that's easy to, well, not cock it up. Like that. Because again, normal difficulty, they want, you know, new players to be able to complete this. Just go where you think it's going to... you have to just predict things. Okay, and we're gonna press this again. We're gonna hope for reset. Good. Warcry, counter. Get the 2k damages. All right, now we're on phase 2. Cool. Just keep spamming. All right, I know this one's a little crazy. Especially on like normal and hard, this one gets a little nutty. But solo patterns are also just way different from multiplayer patterns. So for the most part, just trust your intuition. You just channel your inner black mage and stand in bad screams and yell healers adjust. That's me as a tank, honestly. Listen, as a tank, damage mechanics are healer mechanics. They're not tank mechanics. My only job is to maybe mitigate the damage if I feel like it. When I see that tank buster, I'm like, all right, I guess I should try to minimize the damage I take so that my healers don't want to kill me. That's how it just works. All right, there we go. Counter, Warcry, spam, 13 damage, pass. I actually didn't get a lot of damage items this run, so that's why this is taking a lot longer. It just really depends, again, like what you're playing. I usually play Dancer on a, like, amusingly enough, Dancer is probably like my most played class in Rabbit and Steel. And then I think the only other one I've been playing a lot more frequently is that new one that came out, Gunner or Alchemist. I'm enjoying Alchemist a lot. I'm in the wrong spot. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so we'll stand here. Rotate. Rotato, Rotado. All right, and then we still go over here. We go over here. Good lunch, Sniper. Okay, so the thing with Sniper is you have to use your defensive offensively. Because you need to get the supercharge on your primary to maximize your damage output, if that makes sense. All right. We know it's going to be over here, so we're just going to stand in this little corner. Safe, good, and then we will counter, and then we will smack with special. All right, there we go. A bajillion points of damage. Do it again. Switch over here. Spam, spam, spam until we can get the reset. Really, right now, it's just getting the reset. Okay, and then we should be able to get the kill. Oh, okay. I was hoping we were gonna get the kill before the next phase or transition, but unfortunately not. Thankfully, this one's easy too. Okay, walk out. Do it again. Is it this circle that confuses you? Basically stand in here, and then you just have to move immediately as soon as it pops out. All right, there you go. That's how you do normal mode Dark House. That took almost 5 minutes. So now you know. Now you know the pattern. I can also explain like real. I'm not gonna finish this run because it's too easy. But let me just show you real quick like exactly how you maximize your damage as a dancer. As someone who dancer mains, the way you do this to be really funny to maximize your DPS is if you can get this specific set of stuff. So let's say you're playing dancer, right? The thing you want to grab is you grab this gem here that sets your cooldown on your special to 99 seconds, okay? It makes the damage high, but the cooldown is 99. Now, that seems really bad because it means you can only use it when your special resets, but trust me, this is really good. Because then what you can do is you can grab an item like, let's see where'd it go. It's one of these things. You can grab something like Obsidian Rod, which calculates your special strength based off of your total cooldown. So right now, the strength is 500. You can grab Obsidian Rod, and it immediately makes your damage on this 1000, which is the max limit. And you can also grab any of these other items, which will scale off of the cooldown of your special. So your primary also gets the 500. Your secondary goes to 500. See? So, well, in this case, divide by 2, so 250, and then 250 each, which is actually really strong. It's almost like a 5x, 6x damage increase. And then all you have to do is grab anything that just resets your special more frequently, or you just grab some kind of gem that just maximizes your DPS. Say taking anything that will, say, I personally use something like, I usually use something like Emerald Defensive, and then anything that just gives you charge, like say Opal Twirling Rose is really good. And then after that, your main thing is grab anything that just increases your special damage. So for example, the best items you can get as a dancer, unironically, is like Book of Cheats. It's really funny, but really it's Queen's Crown and Royal Staff, because these scale the damage based on how much gold you have, right? So I don't know how to change my gold in Toy Box mode, but essentially 1% for every gold. If you're not spending your gold, you can typically get into the final boss fight with about 50 to 100 gold. And then that means your special is doing 50 to 100 damage. With this build here, if you had Obsidian Rod with Emerald Lily Blossom, means your special has about 1500 damage. And then if you even look at the training dummy here, right, you're just doing a metric ton of damage. And that's how you can abuse your special damage shenanigans. And obviously, then this is at level 1. If you're higher level, your damage is even higher. So it's just like finding weird, what's it called? Like finding weird synergies like that. Like one of my favorite things to do in this game is if I'm playing Grenadier Rabbit, which is the gunner, right? So she's got a cute gun. It fires 6 shots at a time, and then you have to press reload. Okay, that's fine. The cooldown, however, on this is 0.5 seconds. Okay, so it's 0.5 second GCD on her shot. So what you do is you look for items that let you abuse her stupidly low GCD. So for example, what I like to grab is something like, where's the feather? Not maid outfit. You don't generally want maid outfit, but you want something like Sparrow Feather. Every time you use your primary, you deal 50 damage to all enemies, and that's just, you don't have to do anything else. It's just free 50 damage, and that damage does scale off of your cooldown. All right, I should probably pay attention to Rimworld now. So, anyways, before we stop doing Rabbit and Steel, let me just show you the funniest build that I've ever done. My favorite build to do on this class, there's an item here that disables your special. You don't need your special when you're playing this class. If I can find it. It's like I think it's a new item. Might be an older item. Where to go? It's called like some. What's it called? It's like some kind of face mask. Is it the yokai bracelet? No, it's not. Where is it? I can't find it. Oh, here. The hex the blindfold. Reduce all your GCD by 0.4 seconds. Your special becomes permanently unusable. Okay, so fun fact. Did you know that Rabbit and Steel has a minimum GCD of 0.3? This makes it so that your gunshot is basically a machine gun. Okay? And then your reload also goes really fast. You can rip through bosses with this so fast. And it especially works really good if you can get anything like, say... I personally, like, if I'm doing this build, I'll try to find something like either Opal Reload, which makes your primary apply debuffs, or something like Garnet Reload. Every time your primary hits an enemy, 30% chance to deal additional 200 damage. And then for primary, I just will leave it as is. Or if I have this item, I will take something like... I'll probably take something like this pistol, like Ruby Pistol Shot, or... yeah, or Garnet, basically. Because you fire so fast, you can just rip through enemies. Like, even just this one, like these two items, right? And these gems. Like, you look how quickly you're shooting. See, you're a machine gun. Okay, that's enough Rabbit and Steel. Anyways, I hope that helped you. Hopefully, you learned a little bit more on how to be better at Rabbit and Steel. I did not teach anything of note other than just, here, look how good I am at the game. What is happening? There's a psychic ship? Why is there 39 Militors? You know what? No, I don't want to deal with this. Hold on. Why is the... Oh, is our wealth that high? Okay, hold on. I know we have a tool to deal with this. Hold on. Can I have you reload real fast? Who is the stupid belt? Alright, we're just gonna... Alright, Boomhouse, I need you to get over here real quick. I do not want to really deal with this, but I know we have to. I'll just also order this dugout so we can find the wall. Actually, you know what? Let's see it. I'm actually... Okay, our wealth is a little over the top here. I have played this game for many, many moons, and I continue to ignore my own failings and pretend like these problems don't exist. Alright, I'm gonna have Boomhouse just get over here. I'm just gonna fling a orbital power beam targeter, because I don't really want to deal with that. Play much these past few days, gotta fix your sleep schedules, you don't sleep at 3 a.m. Yeah, but 3 a.m. that's prime gaming hour. 3 a.m. is prime game. Just order a burger at 3 a.m. and play your video games. Alright. I think this will destroy it, right? I really don't want to deal with 39 Militors. Alright, I'm sure this is fine, right? I'm sure I'm not going to regret this decision. Just gotta get a little close. Oh, hello. Maybe you should not be standing over there, buddy. Get you over there. Alright, stand over here. Press that funny button. Run. Alright. I don't think this destroys the psychic ship thingy, right? So I actually still need to destroy that manually. On the other hand, we've killed 39 Militors in one go, so that's fine. Hello, Garm. Good evening. How are you, comrade? Are you getting your Kigurumi outfit built or produced now, or what's going on with that? I'm kind of curious. Or are you still kind of finalizing details before you try to commission like a proper outfit design thing? You know what? Hold on. You have knives. What's your knives? Go stab this. At the very least, we can also take these corpses and at least shred them for parts. Alright, we did it. Easy. We succeeded, and it's all over. Did I get a buff for that? We did not get a buff for completing or getting rid of this. Unfortunate. When I get Helios 1, it was a one-time thing. We don't have that many. Artist beginning process soon. I know in vanilla this would not have worked, right? Because I believe in vanilla mechs are kind of immune to heat damage. So yeah, that would have not really done much. But in this timeline, it is perfectly reasonable to do what I just did. Oh, for defeating clusters. Okay. God, you know, I should do a vanilla run one of these days. Just a straight vanilla run. Also, I could have taken off the maid outfit like almost an hour ago. There we go. I'm back to normal now. I'm back to my normal drip. Am I befriending a murder or a conspiracy? A murder of birds? Can I have a murder of crows at my beck and call? That sounds amazing, actually. I would love to have the power to control a murder of crows at my beck and call all the time. That sounds amazing. Let's go right over here. Let's just go eat food. I'm gonna have Anya start digging things again. Garm probably needs to start digging again, too. Garm is stressed because awful barracks. Yeah, that sounds about right. Doesn't matter. I need this ice dugout. Was maid outfit? Yeah, maid outfit. Was it always 40k? Is it? Huh. No, it's 10k. Why are you saying 40? It's not. Oh, wait, oh shoot. I don't know how to close the screen. Oh my god. I need to pop this out, I think. That's really weird. Alright, I'm gonna pop that out. That's fine. No, it's 10k. It's not 40k. Please, I need Garm to find me the entrance to this stupid place. This place is too thick. Alright, no, dig. See, maybe it's over here? As soon as we can find the entrance, like, we're good to go. Keep digging. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Come on, Garm, you can find it. I guess we're not finding it. It's not gonna be that easy. Oh, there's an entrance on all sides. Gonna order mine this way as well. I think what I need to do, actually, since we found it, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna cancel. Because then I can just order kind of like this, like the exterior. That way we can have a lot more focused of a mining experience. Are you dead yet? No, most people don't die that quickly in these runs. I've gotten pretty good at keeping you alive. We lose one pawn like maybe every other stream, or maybe every stream, but for now, I think we're in a fairly stable position. Our biggest problem is, well, power was a problem, but we've kind of solved the power issue. And right now, we just need to expand the ship, but we need Vaxstone. We don't have Vaxstone because we get Vaxstone in space. Can't go into space because we have to deal with this grav panel shenanigans. So it's basically like a big problem. Also, I'm gonna kill these creatures. I think these guys all have guns, right? Okay, Airman doesn't have gun, but these other guys have guns, right? Where did Immortal go? Immortal, come over here. We're gonna go execute a few Muffalo for fun. These beautiful creatures need to turn into delicious food for our adventures. So, also fun bound, you're already here. Let's get you here too. Once it's cleared up, I'm just gonna press the funny draft hunt button. That's right. There we go. Beautiful. You've gone through an entire box of clear. Are you guys sick? Did you get the flu? Are you catching an anime cold? There we go. Oh, we forgot to kill this one. There we go. Now we have delicious Muffalo. You can literally feel your sinuses blowing up. Oh, Jesus. I hope you feel better soon. I usually don't have a solution to that other than taking a hot shower. My solution to most problems is taking a really hot shower. So I hope you'll be okay. Let's also just dig this out too. Oh, let's just make sure we have more space to dig around. Especially if Garm's hanging around here too. We can have Garm assist in making this a little more open. Really bad cold, relatively light flu, God knows which. I hope it's not a flu. Flus are really bad. Oh, there we go. We found the door. All right, so now we can send someone to hack in and find out what's going on. Also, we should probably run a party at some point. I think once it's nighttime, we'll run the leadership speech, since I know all the pawns are going to want to go back inside anyways. Thankfully Nahil is over here and is a pretty quick hacker. Speedy hacker here. Alright, I'm just gonna have you quickly walk in there. I just want to see what's in here. We're gonna have Garm walk in there. By the way, Garm, I gave you a really thick sniper rifle. You have been granted access to the PTRS-41, a very cool anti-tank rifle. Alright, we'll come back to this later. Let's run the leadership speech. There we go. Everyone is pleased at our adventures so far. There will be no dissent here. There is only peace and happiness. All find joy contributing to Neko. Oh my god. I'm sorry, that's some. Why is there 13 woolly stegas? Alright. If you got a gun, you gotta fight. If you got a gun, you need to get out there. Everyone with a firearm, make a firing line. We gotta kill a bunch of very angry dinosaurs. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna make this real easy. I need to have more people on the machine guns, I think, actually. Let me stay here real fast. I'm gonna keep everyone else inside the ship interior for the time being, because I don't really want to deal with them. But I definitely need to give some people machine guns. Okay, so who was this supposed to be? Did no one get? No one's in the queue right now, right? Oh, X-Slayer is. Okay, so I guess we'll assign this one to X-Slayer. Alright, X-Slayer is back. Also, I need to put Umi in the correct spot. I forgot to put Umi in the correct alphabetical orders. X-Slayer is a re-educated youth who became a fallen official. Cold intolerant, bloodlust, jogger, nimble, ignorant, really good at guns. So because of that beautiful gun skill, I'm going to actually make X-Slayer carry a machine gun, because I know we have a spare machine gun. Alright, we are now in a perfectly coordinated firing line, ready to gun down this giant wall of stegosauruses that are coming very rapidly converging very rapidly on our position. Me no likey, but we have no choice. Wait, who's dying? Alright, they are kind of maneuvering in a way that I wasn't expecting, so we're going to try to form a coordinated angle like this, and maybe we can try to bait them in this direction. Although, they might be just trying to go straight for one of these other doors instead. Where are these animals going? Oh, are they going this way? Gotta be kidding me. Alright, I don't know what's happening anymore, but they are going in a way that I was not anticipating. We are not ready for their angle of attack. What the heck? Where are they going? Wait. Wait, they're going in the bait. Hold on. You know what? I'm just what is happening? Hold on. I need all these guys to come back. Hold on, wait, what is happening? Shoot, okay, I need all these guys to run. Move, get back. Oh, I forgot I turned on search and destroy. That's the problem. Okay, get back over here. Why are they all going in there? You stay there, you stay here. Okay, we just gotta gun these things now. Alright, get down here. No, don't run over there. Stop moving closer. Why is they have search and destroy on? Turn that off. Okay. Okay, stay here, go. Okay, and then, I don't know, start gunning that thing down. They're approaching. Should be able to quickly kill these dinosaurs. You know what? We'll check this out when they're done. I don't want to. I'm just. This happens all the time. Dude, this really? That's so funny. I love it. Well, you know what? They'll deal with the robots, kind of, and then we'll deal with the leftover whatever's in there. I got travel raid once. They went into the fog and all you heard were explosions and gunfire. No one came out. I wonder if it's because. Oh, you know what? I wonder if it's because they're going for the destructible objective, like the engine that you're here for. That could be the reason why they are in here. I don't want to go in there though, not right now. Oh, they're just going for the sentry bots? That's super weird. Well, unfortunately, the sentry bots are winning. The angry dinosaurs are definitely not winning this engagement. I salute their attempt, though. Try inhaling hot water with a bit of salt, cameo like hot bowl. I've heard of people do that, or use like nettle pots, I think is the other way people usually deal with sinus congestion. I personally just take a really hot shower and just soak in the steam. Neti pots. What did I say? Nettle pots? Close enough. Nettle pot, neti pot, close enough. Well, there's like an extra syllable in there, but you know what I meant. As long as people know what I mean, it's perfectly fine. By the way, I forgot. Oh wait, I can play this game with a controller. Hold on. How does this actually work with a controller? My controller's still plugged in. Oh shoot, the robots are after us. Oh no. Hold on. Okay, hold on. The robots are they're coming. Okay. I didn't think the robots would come for me. All right, let's grab you, and you, and you, and you. All right, just get a firing line over here. Just have 2 separate firing lines, I think. No, we're not gonna fly away. I haven't completed my objective in here yet, so I want to face them as they approach. Actually, wait, we can abuse this because the way they're set up, they have to kind of fight their way through here. Okay, so that's fine. Hit unholy. Okay, so just start blasting. I think firepower wise, we can just kind of delete them. I'm gonna have these guys swap to slugs. You swap to slugs as well. There we go. And then I'm gonna pivot Ray and Steve around the corner here. And then as long as Havel, okay, and then Anya, you're gonna have to move up. Havel, I don't want you to friendly fire, so I'm just gonna pull you back. There we go. All right, we solved most of the problems. Let's go exploring. It's hard to play with control unless you enable Steam Deck mode. I know, but apparently, like, left stick is just pan, right stick is mouse, L1 is zoom out, zoom in for R1, and then you can use, like, L1 to just figure out how you want to place people, which is kind of neat. Problem is, obviously, since I'm playing with a lot of mods, this is a little bit of a disaster. Shotgun does not have an ACOG, no. As far as I can tell, there's not. Now, I could, unfortunately, the NEKOGRAD weapons are not compatible with customized weapon, which is a mod I do have installed, and we can customize some weapons. I think you can make a patch to make it compatible, but I've been too lazy to figure out how to make a patch, because I was gonna like look it up and like, how do I actually make a patch for this? Let's go exploring. Let's also get Sun over here, because I need a melee beater. Let's get Funbound in here. Oh my, look at all those dead... Oh shoot, there's a turret. Hello! Get back in here, get it back in here. Oh, no. Ooh, we barely dodged that. Okay. Also, there's a lot of toxic buildup from all the rotting corpses, which is probably not ideal. Let's keep this open. Have you just pivot around the corner. Fling a grenade. Run away. Oh my goodness, that's what I was afraid of. All right. Let's see. Okay. Fun fact, did you know none of our frontliners are very good doctors except for Garm? Okay, and then I'm gonna have you and you run in here, and I'm gonna have Garm quickly tend to the poor dying fellow. Alright, just, I don't know, just bean this thing. You know, no, pull out your knives. Just stab it. Stab it. Just easier to stab this thing. Oh, hello, there's another thing. There's a thing over there. Have Dennis kind of intercept that. Okay. And then I need to pull these guys back in here. And then just kind of get right behind Garm. Okay. You need to go out there and intercept. Okay, and then with that interception, I'm gonna have you go back, and then you're gonna pull out here. I'm gonna have you pull out your shotgun, and then start shooting this thing. Because it's in melee fighting. Garm is trying to do their best to tend to the injury. This thing is somehow surviving our slug rounds. Boomhouse has got 2 hours. I'm gonna pull Ray over here. Okay, so then you're gonna go away. You're gonna go away. We're gonna pull Alana in here. These two will go back. Sun stays. So it'll be a Sun and Ray adventure into the void until I can find my objective. Okay, Garm is doing their best to keep Boomhouse alive, which is a noble endeavor. I need to be very careful about this wasp trap over there. That's a lot of things. A lot of nothing. Postal workers are built differently. Oh, nice. Can you... I'm kind of curious. What does your mouse look like? If you want to share a photo of it, I'd be interested in seeing what that looks like. Get back into cover. Walk up with your sword. Start slashing. Hash, sling, and slasher. Okay, and then Lana will come over and take over tending while Garm continues to adventure in here. Alright, what are we finding? That's a dead body. This dead body is carrying nothing of note. Alright, next door. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Keep going. Come on. There is... I'm a little concerned because there's like explosives crate over here. So I'm just gonna not walk in that room. It's too risky. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bait the hunter trap. I'm pretty sure Sun can tank it. Actually, wait, hold on. I might be able to lob a grenade over there. Let's see. Will this stun it? Oh, it does stun it. Okay, hold on. Sun might be able to kill it before it is able to get up. By the way, Sun is 70 years old already. Because I've been using big shields. I've been using the fat shields like this. Actually, I could probably do both. I just realized. Yeah, you're right. I should be making shield belts. I forgot we have components now. Shield. Oh, wait. I never researched it, did I? Why am I not researching it? Oh, we can't do this yet. I don't have the thing. Alright, I guess we should probably research shield belts. Do they actually fully absorb spider mines? I did not know that. Alright, okay, so... Garm, we're gonna have you be attended to real quick. Screaming skeleton bonking the shield meme. I'm good at this game, I swear. Open that crate. Okay, so this should be fine. We still need to explore the remaining rooms. Okay. I think we don't need to go in here. I did not know that, actually. Okay, so Garm, we're gonna have you go in here. Alana, we're gonna have you go rescue Boomhouse. Alright, then these three will go off on a magical adventure. Garm actually has a skill that I need, which is mining. I'm gonna dig this out real quick. And then I need everyone to be allowed. Everywhere is fine. You go here. Dig that out. Wait, so does it just... As long as the shield belt takes a single point of damage, does it just eat the whole hit? Oh my gosh, wait, hold on. Hello. I don't use shield belts very often, as you might have noticed in a lot of my runs. You know what? Fair enough. That's true. It is a pretty overpowered thing. I know you have that item, and I just haven't used it very much either. Okay, fling that over there. Step back. Swap the sword. Stab that. Oh my goodness. 214 panels! Panels that I have been waiting for many, many moons. Alright, you eat your meal real fast. I'm gonna have you go back out there. I'm gonna let Garm leave. We'll grab those things. No one's allowed in that room. This room is safe. This room is safe. I think there's like 2 more rooms I need to check, which is this one, and I think that'll be... I probably need to dig this out too. Dig that out. Check this room. I am out of EMPs though. Oh shoot, there's a turret here. Let's pull back. Oh, there's another one of those things. Yeah, I think we're just gonna not come in this room. Let's just skedaddle out of here. Leave that alone. I might need to look into that then as options, because I did not realize... Okay, I actually need Sun over here, because that thing's about to approach us. I'm just going to lock it into melee combat. Yeah, the main issue is Sun's weapon is not very good for fighting sentry drones. Turns out swords aren't really a good tool for fighting this. I may need to invest in another more weapon that's dedicated to smashing these things. The problem is I don't know what to use. His armor does slowly deteriorate, but maybe I need to start building a mace. A mace would not be a bad idea, I think. Okay, so 214. I forgot to install the powered melee weapon setup from Combat Extended. I know it's a thing. I forgot to install it. So we're not gonna have that for this stream. I think it's just going to be a mace for now. I guess we'll make a... Do I even have uranium? Uranium. I have no uranium. I don't think I want to make it out of plasteel either, do I? Well, regardless, we can at least expand the ship. So I think the plan was... I have tried to use the breaching hammer. I have not had good experiences with it yet. I do need to play Helldivers on Battlefield 6 tonight. Because Battlefield 6 introduced the new map, and I've been wanting to play that. And Helldivers, obviously, for the defense, or for the attack on Cyberstan. I do need to play those games, both. It's on my list of I have to play this. Okay, so this, the more I look at this design, the more I'm like, this is very cursed, but I think it's gonna have to work. Did I look on Discord? Oh, I haven't looked at your thing yet. Let me take a peek at it. Let me look at your weird, funny mouse. Who makes this? Like legitimately, what is the brand of this mouse that you have? Because I have no idea. It looks interesting, but I can't see myself using that. It just seems awkward, but I guess it's one of those things you just get used to over time. Oh, it's still locked in perpetual combat here. Eventually, this thing's armor's already gone. All right, you know what? Screw this. All right, here's my plan. Let's get Infidave over here. Since I only have steel, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make. Let's see. I guess a mace is probably the best one-handed option I have. So we're gonna make it out of steel. And let's make 3. And basically what I'm gonna do is for all of our shield warriors, I'm gonna require them to also carry a mace, so that there's at least one blunt option and one melee and one slicing option. Doesn't also invest a mouse. Hey, I mean, as long as it works, it works. I still need to get a replacement mouse for my mouse, because the problem is I'm one of those people that, like, once I get used to something, I don't want it to change. And that's kind of where I'm at with my mouse in particular, because I love my mouse. Okay, we're gonna let Sun go away. Sun can rest while Airman Joker takes over. Okay, never mind. Let's have them fight together. Any of these have like a shotgun? Yeah, you have a chain gun or funny laser gun. All right, just come over here, and then I don't know, switch to your gun, shoot it. Okay, can't shoot in melee. Got it. Can anyone shoot in melee? Can Infidave shoot in melee? Okay. Yeah, I guess the answer is no. All right, so the only way to deal with this, which is super dumb, is all right, Infidave, I'm gonna send you back to the mines. I'm so sorry. I need to go back to the mines here. Stand over here, dig this out. Okay, and then I'm gonna have you come back here. No, come back here. And then we're gonna have you dig this out. Okay, stop. Pull gun out, shoot. There we go. This is way more difficult than it had to be. Okay, you go back. I'm gonna need you to keep fighting a little bit longer. I'm gonna have these two explore over here. There's a door down there that's not sealed off. Oh! Hello, I messed up. Alright, Infidave may or may not be dying right now. Whoops. Alright, let's keep you alive. Alright, Sun, you're just gonna have to try to shoot this thing, or smack this thing down. Perfect, alright. You can probably stabilize. Okay. Alana's coming in, but it's gonna take a little bit, so I'm gonna need to have Sun tend as best as possible. Only issues you have to slide slide it around. Glide paths on like your desk mat. Oh, that's unfortunate. But I'm sure you could probably just find a way to make your grip on the pads a little more slippery. I'd rather the braided cable on the G502. Logitech is... See, the thing is, like, I love Logitech mice in terms of layout. For me, my favorite mouse of all time is the Logitech G604. But for whatever reason, they decided, yeah, we don't feel like making this anymore. Sorry. And so now I have to suffer using literally any other mouse. Well, I'm still using it, but I'm just trying to deal with the fact that this mouse double clicks all the time. And it drives me insane that it double clicks. I wish it wasn't, but... And I've looked at other mice replacements, like alternative mice, and none of them have the amount of buttons that I need to function as a person. Like, I literally need multiple buttons on my mice, especially as, like, someone who streams and plays, like, shooters. The buttons actually do matter quite a bit. Can you just rescue him? Let's let our pawns take a break here. We'll also hack this door. And this one is fine to auto-hack, and I think that's okay. So we got our panels. We can make the ship bigger. But I need to at least clear out the ancient terraformer, which will give me a grav core and probably a good amount of panels as well. So at least we will expand. Oh, Alana's starving from what? Oh, malnutrition. Oh, you know why? Because she was stuck standing there for a while and not actually eating food. It's okay. We'll fix that in a second. We'll fix that hunger. Okay, so Umi is being a brave little child. There's also a bunch of stegosauruses here that I do want to grab because we can at least rip them for food. So we'll make sure we do that as well. Let me look at the G502. Also, I'm one of those people that I need to have a wired mouse. I don't like wireless. I'm sorry, I need to have a wireless mouse. I don't like wired mice. A lot of times I will just like kind of move my mice around, or like if I'm streaming, I don't want to have to, like with the table in front of my desk, I don't want to, you know, move the cable so far away. For me, I love my wireless stuff. Even my headset's wireless too. For me, it's just perfect. Well, I'm actually looking at the 502. That actually doesn't look too bad. My only gripe is that there's not enough thumb buttons. I need like many thumb buttons, but I don't want an MMO mouse. I don't want those like the Razer Nagas that have like the entire numpad on my thumb. It's like I know Ray has one of those. No, for me, 4 to 6 buttons is the perfect number. 6 is the ideal. 502 is like the mouse you can get in whatever flavor. I mean, yeah, it sounds like you can get wired or wireless depending on your needs. Gosh. How long until tech peripherals suffer from the AI boom? Because I saw recently that the Steam Deck is basically perpetually out of stock now because Valve can't get their hands on enough RAM for their product. And I was actually considering picking up a Steam Deck this year. But now I'm like, well, I guess I'm not getting one anymore because this thing's going to be a little too expensive to justify. Which is a massive tragedy. So it's such a tragedy. I just need EMPs for this, right? Yeah, I think just grab some EMPs. We'll let Sun rest. Also let Alana eat some food. And also we should probably tend to these injuries. The G5, G5V2, and G500, G502. Yeah, I've seen all those are really good too. Than trying to reach across the keyboard, maneuvering 14. That's me. That's why I have That's why I have a lot of my main abilities bound to my mouse. It's just easier. Oh, I just realized it's toxic buildup. Wait, why is... I didn't realize it was toxic fallout. Oh shoot, it's 1.1 days of toxic... Oh, hello. Alright, that's not good. So it's a deep freeze with toxic fallout and psychic soothe males. Alright. So the problem is a lot of our pawns are slowly starting to go crazy, I'm sure. Exonia is unhappy with that toxic buildup and that asthma. Oh, and being insulted a lot. Okay. No, it's not about the G502 being bricked by Windows. We're talking about mice because, you know, PC mice are a very interesting topic. Because right now, NVIDIA or Logitech basically only sells the 502 and then like their whatever that super light series is, the ones that are like just they look like a basic mouse, but they're super lightweight and super high response time if you're like a shooter gamer. And then you have like the 502 series that have like all the like two thumb buttons. I think some of them have 4. You panic bought a 5070 Ti. Well, you know what? I think you'll be fine in the long run because I'm sure that thing's going to go up in price. NVIDIA basically said they're not doing the 6000 series this year because, well, the AI demand basically prevents them from doing so, which is a pretty rough time for people who care about that type of stuff. You need a new mouse. You know what I need? I need a new keyboard. I've been looking at mechanical keyboards, and maybe if I get keyboard parts, I'll do a mechanical keyboard building stream. I think that'd be kind of fun. I haven't done any like craft stream in quite some time, so putting together a mechanical keyboard sounds fairly interesting. The biggest issue is getting or trying to pick a mechanical keyboard that I want. Yes, I'm gonna use that matching keycap that I've had for a long time. So if you don't know, my keyboard I use is a Logitech G910 that I got from what's it called? From my friend who got an extra keyboard from Logitech, and so he gave it to me. But it does eat up a lot of desk space, and I'd like something a little smaller, I guess, and maybe not required to use the Logitech software for this thing. Maybe something that has the switches that I want to use. The thing is, I like clicky switches, and I'm not sure if having clicky switches would be ideal for streaming. And that's the only thing that's kind of stopping me. They choose to profit from it instead of serving their original audience. Well, in that also, I think if they were to try to sell the Steam Deck at the current prices, with how much RAM has gone up in cost as well, I think they'd actually be losing money. So I can understand why they don't necessarily want to, sell that at the current price, and they'd just rather wait until, RAM prices drop a little bit, if they drop anytime soon. It's kind of just where it's at right now. The unfortunate reality. Yeah, but I used to use something like a Razer with like green switches, and it was so nice. I loved it. But yeah, as a streamer, that's probably not ideal unless you really want to be listening to my ASMR typing, and then you'll really hear how janky my typing speed is, which is, I'm not gonna lie, it's all over the place. All right, I'm out of wood. That's fine. Okay, so we barely produce enough power, I think. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back into the pit. I need to go grab this. Now that we're re-kitted out on EMPs, we'll grab a few brave souls with firearms to go back in there. Also, I just realized Anya's cape is gone, so we probably need to get Anya a brand new cape. Yeah, we'll do that real fast. I really wish there was a way to, like... Oh, wait, I forgot. I can... Do I really... I forgot. I have apparel policies. I never use apparel policies as much as I should be using them. I think it's because I can't save and load apparel policies. I used to have a mod for that, but I don't have it anymore. Probably would make this a lot easier. Also, Ray's already here, so let's get Ray into the adventure pit. All right, we're going on a trip. Okay, so I just need to find a way to... Wait a second, hold on. This might be easier. What if we go this way? We're gonna have Dennis kind of peek through this door. See what's in here. Wow, that is a block of ice. Very sugoi, as the kids say. All right, let's just go this way. Actually, I could just probably cut through the ice, right? If I pull out a knife. I still don't have that much HP. Oh, just never mind. That's a lot. Yeah, screw that. All right. Did we get Sun a mace? We did. Okay, so here's my strategy. I'm just gonna walk in here, and then we're just gonna lob a... I don't know. We have to bait the hunter drone first, so I think we're gonna pull Unbound and Ray back, and then we're gonna have Sun bait out the... Okay, so we're gonna hold open, pull out this out, stand, bait, let it explode. Perfect, and then this thing, probably we can just rush it. Oh, his shield broke. All right, that is a problem. Okay, so our ballistic shields do keep getting demolished by... Turns out when you kind of have to fight these turrets, they just kind of get in the way. The problem is I don't have an easy way to grenade this, do I? I guess it's fine. Throw that there, hope it's gonna shock it. Nope, okay. Okay, that seems to be the angle. No luck, all right. Grab someone else with the EMP. Come on. Oh my goodness, everyone's over tossing it. Stop throwing it. Oh my goodness, they can't throw their EMP grenades. Why does Ray not have a grenade? Oh, she's max capacity. She doesn't have a backpack. Why does Ray not have a backpack? All right, at least Comrade Dennis has a backpack. Oh, you know, we should probably just make more backpacks, shouldn't we? All right, I need another armored battle cloak. I need more backpacks. I need more tactical vests. Let's quickly make those so at least we have them ready to go. Okay, let's try this. Dennis has grenades. Please, you just have to hit. Oh, here. Okay, you know what? Screw this. Let's try to bash it in. That armor cloak might have to just hold as best as it can. And we'll have Dennis help shoot in the back. Oh, that cloak's gone. Alright. Well, we did it. Okay, so now the last thing we got to deal with is the, that thing, which should be able to assist from here. Okay. Hopefully we can kill it. If we can get an angle, we'll pull Ray around. Okay, we did it. Perfect. Alright, now we just smash this to pieces. Pull out your knives. Kinda get smashing. Okay. I don't think this thing explodes, does it? Okay, good. Alright, we did it. We successfully destroyed the terraformer. We can get out of this abominable place. Nope, nope. I don't care about the rest. I will let Ray explore this last room. I'm kind of curious if there's any notable treasures. But yeah, I've been looking at keyboards, trying to see if I can find one that I like, but I have not found a specific one I like. And also, wow, keyboards are expensive. Like a nice custom keyboard with the switches that I would want. I was like, ooh, kind of spite. Oh shoot, when did he get? Oh right. Can you just tend? Do you have medicine on you? Let's see if Ray can become a doctor. See if we can keep Funbound alive. Worst comes to worst, I'm gonna have an emergency doctor get over here. Okay, X-Slayer's a pretty good doctor, so at the very least, if Ray can't keep... Okay, once this one's done, we're gonna have you swap. Then Ray goes back. As X-Slayer is a faster doctor. There we go. Alright. I think we've accomplished everything we wanted to do here, so let's just get ready to leave. So, our spoils is basically a core and 210 panels, which is actually a crazy amount of stuff. Funbound is still dying. Weren't we rescuing you? You'll survive. 9% consciousness, just have to not deal with that, alright. The other problem, too, is our armored battle cloaks were being made out of leathers that we don't have as much of anymore. Heavy dinosaur leather is the option that we have because it's pretty thick. Thrumbo mane, though. Imagine making a battle cloak out of Thrumbo fur. Ooh. It'd be so regal and majestic. Also, our water is going to be contaminated soon, unless we... Actually, it's fine, because we're not dealing with, we don't have any water wells right now, so we're safe. Okay. Because we have so much food, I think we're gonna go into space. I think we could start setting up our space station legitimately. I was gonna go for that other asteroid that's up here somewhere, the Gabaron asteroid, but we're closer to, let's see, this one up here, the Orange Tail. So we're gonna see if we can go to the Orange Tail asteroid and see if we can pull anything off. We're probably not gonna do any expansions to the ship right now. Let's just see what we can do up there, and let's get established. We'll need to pick, though, the few that will be staying there. And the question is ultimately, who will be stuck in space for the foreseeable future? Who will get... I think I said I was thinking about Garm being one of the pioneers. Because we have enough components and steel to at least manufacture a few solar panels to kind of keep that base alive. We can make the batteries that we need. So... shall we? Also, I think I'm gonna get rid of this entire hydroponics setup here. I don't think this is necessary anymore. Alright. Let's get ready to build our space station. Launch. We're gonna go to... We're gonna go to the... Oh, we can actually go to the Gabaron asteroid. And I think this one's... I think the Orange Tail one's a little more central. We'll do that one. Alright, let's get everyone over here. We've never flown this high before into the outer atmosphere. So this will be a first for our dear NEKOGRADian space program. My goodness, look at all that toxic buildup. It's so bad. Can we get much higher? Yeah, we can. Since we can get a Havel over here. Okay, also, yeah, I think what we're gonna try doing is we're definitely gonna try to do the... Alright, let's go. We gotta do the Alana back surgery. We need Alana to be ready to go at all times. Okay. Here we go. Into space. The final frontier. Except we're not going to the moon, we're going into the outer atmosphere. Look at all these options, by the way. I love this mod. This mod that adds like so many outer atmosphere options is just so cool. Like, yeah, you can be floating islands, or you could just be on the surface, or you can go deeper into space. Deeper. We're going to build our own station on an asteroid. I think the asteroid was the one people wanted to see, rather than taking over another station, which I think we can pull off. But it's taking a little bit to fly over there because it's so high up. We're going to this one right there. Or no, we're going to this one called the Orange Tail. Basically, we had to fly directly up so that we could get to the correct layer, and then now we're going sideways to land. Right, let's see. Let's see how we're gonna set this up. The problem is we don't have many people. Okay, hold on. Okay, well, hold on here. First of all, there might be a base that we can just take over. However, there are many insects, and apparently insects are immune to the vacuum. Huh. Yeah, I guess insects are just immune to the vacuum. So this actually does present an interesting scenario. Because we're gonna have to fight through... Let's put on the NEKOGRAD outfit to get into the mood for this. So let me think. So we need to obviously kill the 2 mega spiders, and then take out the hive. And then we'll need to get ready for this ancient blast door. That's not too difficult, I think. It's just more annoying stuff that I have to do. I think we'll land here in the bottom corner. And then we'll need to make sure everyone stays inside the ship at all times. And we'll need to pick and choose the people that will be going out and venturing into space. So let's do that first. So let's make sure no one's going outside. Cause one of the vac barriers to fail, depressurizing a small section of the ship. It will need to be repaired. Wait, what? Uh-oh. Okay, so hold on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna first require everyone to be... Okay, so hold on. So everyone's inside, and then I need Anya to get over here to quickly put on... Well, no. Hold on. Okay, here's my plan. Pull everyone out of this room. Lock this door. We need to seal this off quickly. And I need someone who's a good builder to quickly slap that, to fix that real quick. I think Garm's... We're gonna give Garm one of the spacesuits, it's fine. Okay, so Garm... We'll get Garm over there. As soon as Garm puts us on this suit. Then we're gonna have Garm over here, and Garm is now allowed everywhere. Let's have Garm repair this thing, because I'm pretty sure what's the main issue that I'm concerned about is I'm gonna walk over there. Okay. Oh shoot. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Okay. And then we can get Garm inside. I guess we could have fixed it from the outdoors. I didn't think about that. But now our vac barrier should be good to go. Okay, so let's get back inside. These doors are open now, Garm. Go this way. Yeah, as long as it's safe. Okay. So I need So Ray can fight in space. Immortal does not have a fancy helmet, unfortunately. Sun does. Okay. So if we take these two, and then if I can get Immortal... Garm's got a one too, so we'll get Garm out there. And then... Is there anyone else who I could probably give a gun to? Fight outdoors? I think I'm gonna risk it for now. I think this is fine. Okay. I think these three should be enough to go rip and tear through a bunch of bugs, right? Just 2 Mega Spiders. How bad could 2 Mega Spiders realistically be? Arm's about to have a mental break, but that's a different problem. Alrighty. Ah, the weather's too cold for Ray out in space. Despite the fact that she's got cool armor, it's not enough. Why does she have 64, but you got 100? What is happening? You know what? Screw it. Who cares? We'll deal with this. We'll deal with it later. Okay, so Sun just has a tank, and Ray's gonna be falling right behind and just gunning them. Garm will also fall behind. Garm doesn't move as fast, though. Oh, never mind. These things die quickly. You stand over there. Okay, excellent. I'm gonna have you and you stand over here, and I'm gonna have you hack this. Okay, and you're gonna finish this one off. Finish that one off. I know Sun's dealing with vacuum exposure. That's okay. Okay, and then Hive should be dead soon. Okay. Let's go explore the remnants of this asteroid. Ah, look at that. Ah, look, more doors. Also, I'm more concerned about the fact that there is an entire underground thing here that we may or may not want to rip through. Because of the fact that we're probably going to need a lot of food, I'm going to actually pivot this entire production facility to rice. Starting with here. Just so we can make our meat supply last a little bit longer. I think it's the correct thing to do. We could go down there, but I don't really know if I want to risk it. But at the same time, if I don't do that, is there going to be more bugs? There's a cave. Should we explore the cave? Go down here and let's explore the rest of this facility first. Facility and then the cave. What do you find? Okay, you need to go back because you're dying of vacuum exposure. Garm's having mental break. That's fine. Ray's also getting vacuum exposure too. Let's let those two go back for the time being. Okay. Oh my goodness, panels. That's fine. The main thing is I'm just hoping Garm's mental break isn't going to last too long, but again, we will need to start finding a way to seal this up. Once we can solve this. Insect sludge is a very interesting ground term I haven't seen yet. Or maybe I have seen it and I just forgot. So realistically, we can probably seal this off here. And then we can maybe make this a more proper corridor. Also, I think we can build a grav anchor here. Aids in landing precision, reducing chance of mishaps, cannot be installed aboard grav ships. Okay. So yeah, I think what we'll probably do is we'll try to build a grav core somewhere, or grav anchor, so that obviously we can keep reusing the space base. And we'll come back and explore once our pawns aren't having a complete mental breakdown from the horrifying tragedy of being out here in space. I think Sun is ready to go back out there. They are load-bearing devices, so they need to be on something super heavy, right? Also, while we're here... Oh, that's not good. Okay, well, let's hope that doesn't happen. Also, we're going to give you a nice spine now. We're going to give you a bionic spine. Hopefully this works. Alright, we're going to put you in the nice little bed here. And our best surgeon is going to be Immortal. X-Slayer's not a bad option either, but 8's not really ideal. So it's going to be Immortal. Good luck to Comrade Immortal. Pray that Immortal gives you your spine correctly. Surgery success chance 128%. Immortal's probably going to be okay. Although, again, needing a brainstem to be functional is a bit of a problem. We're gonna have Sun go here. Okay, nothing super terrible. Let's go explore this one. Alright, surgery is a failure. Oh my goodness, wait, hold on, what just happened? Wait, why did Ray die? Wait, hold on. Oh! Oh, shoot, okay, because her... Okay, so she lost consciousness because of vacuum exposure, but because she had the brain injury, her max consciousness was too low. Alright, I'm legally not allowed to kill Ray, so, I guess we have to revive Ray again. Hello there, DC Elite Gamer. Thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard, comrade. How are you doing? Alright, do we revive Ray as per her last will and testament? Also, I can't believe Immortal failed the surgery. We lost another bionic spine. Alright, we gotta make another one. Just gonna have to keep trying. Oh my god, this sucks. Yeah, it sucks. We can't make a NeuroCure framework either. Yeah. That sucks. Eating spicy food. What kind of spicy food are we talking about, though? Like them spicy noodles that all the kids are into? Alright, I'm legally not allowed to kill Ray, so... Ray gets a second chance at life again. You can call it streamer privilege, or you can call it wife privilege. Take your pick. Where's Ray? Okay, wow, look at this. She's magically alive. She still has the same brain injury though, so that's fine. And then we'll just put her back in the ship. And then, oh look, Bashi is so happy that Ray's alive again, that he's no longer breaking down. Yeah, you're alive because you don't have a weapon, which is pretty handy. Okay, so at the very least, there's a masterwork sculpture in here. There's a masterwork unique weapon. Hold on. Quick reload. Reload time reduction on a... Interesting. Huh. Oh, so I gotta deal with this thing. There's a hunter trap over there. Hold this open, try to bait that out. Okay, as soon as he walks over here, let's do that. Hurry with the end hot... What's the end hot sauce? It's fine, minor damage is okay. Let's check this room over here. Ignore the corpses. Not seeing anything of note. Let's crack this open. Tech print jump packs is fine. Vacuum exposure is at 29. We probably need to pull sun out. Okay. Security terminal. Is that worth grabbing? Oh, let's get sun. Let's move sun back to base for now. Yeah, the biggest issue that I'm running into is that we don't have a way to seal this with a vacuum. Okay, hold on. Idea. Comrade Anya is going to put on a vac suit. Also, I'm just going to make more of these armored battle cloaks, honestly. I think we're just going to have a bunch of these made. So here's my strategy. We're going to give Anya a vac suit. We're just going to start sealing off parts of this interior so we can try to make a proper base. So as long as it's all one big area, I think it's safe. So let's wall that up there. And then all we have to do is wall this up here. Now, ideally, I'd like to just make it a straight shot, but for now we can't. So I think for now we'll just do a door like that. Is Vaxstone not airtight? Oh, is it not? Okay, well, that might be a bit of a problem. The other thing, too, is I don't have an easy way to manufacture oxygen up in space. Stone is airtight? Oh, okay, so you do need metals. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, in that case, I do have to use metal. At least we have a functioning base. If we can just get, like, the general... What's it called? If we can just get, like, a simple infrastructure setup, I think we'll be okay. And really spicy hot sauce. Blends Carolina Reaper, Ghost Scorpion 7, hot chocolate, delight, Dugan, peppers, pepper, food additive, under condiment, cause intestine ingredients. Okay, so basically it's a giant cacophony of capsaicin-filled abominations. As long as you enjoy it, no, I mean that's your choice. I don't like that level of spicy, but you are probably a much more powerful individual than I am if you're willing to eat that. Because I can't. I can't consume that level of insanity. I just think we just not have enough power either again. There's still a woolly stegosaurus here that's rotting. I probably gotta get rid of. I forgot. We gotta expand the zone. I forgot this is now in the interior, so we should be able to grab the food from there. Also, I forgot the toilet was not in the interior zone, so let's make that fixed. Yeah, see, I like mild foods because I'm a coward. Okay, so now Anya's allowed unrestricted, and that should be fine. So the main thing is 100% vacuum resistance means I should not have to worry about Comrade Anya being out there, right? Same with Garm. Be okay now. The main issue is Garm's carrying capacity is a little wacko. Or actually, wait, no. The biggest issue is Garm can't carry this gun. It just weighs too much. Oh shoot, we're running out of power. Do I just make another power cell? I might have to make another power cell. Actually, wait, no, this is perfect because this entire map is basically full of plasteel and vaxstone. Which means I could just make all the gravlight panels I could realistically need for the foreseeable future. So I think actually the correct thing to do is to make a grav power coil, which will produce 5,000 watts of electricity. Is that, or I go make a fusion reactor with the MFS, with the TFG modules and the reactor hull plates, which is feasible. It's just a little expensive, and also I have no idea where I'm going to put these things. Could probably put, like, I have to move the shuttle. There's no, like, easy spot to put this thing. Especially with the way, like, I've been designing this thing. That's true, I'm already low on power. That's true. Alright, let's just go with the... Make a grav power coil. 2 120 grav panels, 100 steel, 5 advancement, 3 grav cores. We have enough for that. I just need to find somewhere to put this thing. I make one of the small ones. This one is more efficient. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this bench and just move it over. Here is fine. Let's move that over there, and then we'll build the big coil, and that should give us enough electricity to survive the foreseeable future. So just put one here, and hopefully I can move this. If I can't move this, that's gonna suck. Okay, who else is allowed outside? Okay, there's a party going on. Okay, I do need to use the restroom, so hopefully nothing bad will happen while we try to get that power core built. Comrade Anya is working hard, and I'm just gonna let this build out momentarily. All right, this is probably a good angle so you can gawk at things. I'll be right back, and hopefully I'll have a new topic of silliness shenanigans to discuss. I just realized this entire time I have completely ignored the ideology thing of you needed an ideology room because we just don't have enough space on the ship to justify an ideology room. That's a little unfortunate, but I'm sure it'll be fine and nothing bad will happen from this decision whatsoever, right? I'm sure it'll be okay. Okay. Did I finally build this thing? Okay, so the ship has power. Good. That problem is solved. All we gotta do now is actually build our little space base. The problem is I only have 2 people that can build, which is the more annoying part. Also, I don't know why we're... Okay, hold on. You know what I need to do, too? Does the ground ship scaffolding get in the way of these engines? I have no idea. You build a new ideology room every time you land. Ah, it's too much effort for me. I can't be bothered to do that. Too much effort. I'm lazy. I'm here to do the easy way out. Okay, let's get Sun out here. I need to explore the last room here, because I don't think Garm has the intelligence score to be able to hack through these doors. Okay, I have the shield belts. That's solved. Let's start making shield belts for our melee beaters. Additionally, I'm gonna need... We already have all the grav tech technology. Most of these don't really matter. I guess the advanced solar is actually useful, so we'll grab advanced solar. I'm just more glad there's a metric ton of plasteel available, although we still need to go into the Great Pit. Are you ready to explore the pit? There's a lot of danger to be had, which I'm pretty sure it's a giant vacuum down there, which is the more concerning part. So hopefully it doesn't lead to anything super crazy, although my guess is that just leads to another trapped room. Oh no, it's just, that's it, okay. So, vacuum 100% is not ideal. I want vacuum 0%. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? I guess we'll hack this ancient security terminal, although I'm pretty sure it doesn't really do anything. And then, the main issue is, how do I get oxygen in here? So right now it's sealed. Good. I'm gonna claim this entire section, by the way. I'm gonna claim this entire base. I guess the walls are just gonna have to exist. I can't do anything about these walls unless I want to destroy it. So we'll keep it there for now. Well, I think it's fine. I don't mind it. If I have to get a mod to claim fortified walls, I'll do that later. We can do that for the next Rimworld stream. But it's a matter of how am I gonna get oxygen in here. So the biggest problem is I have a... Well, I'm gonna go down there. I'm gonna clear it out. So we can't use the oxygen harvester. The only thing we can use is the algae oxygenator. The algae oxygenator processes harvested oxygen, so you need to feed this with biomass, basically food. So how would I even do this? I have to dedicate one of these rooms basically strictly to oxygenation, which we can probably just do over here in this bottom corner, which means I have to dismantle all this stuff here. So let's get dismantling all the rubble piles, everything here. Everything that can just get dismantled, we're gonna dismantle. Just clear it all out. Maybe leave those stuff there. And we'll haul those corpses out at some point as well. Get rid of the beds, get rid of that. We're just gonna do a big old cleaning adventure. Actually, since I am curious what's in there, hold on, I'm gonna grab Comrade Anya and Ray. We're gonna just explore. I want to trigger what's in there and see how nasty is this underground abomination. I don't know if we have... Okay, I didn't bring any light packs with me, unfortunately. Are you ready to see what's in there, Immortal? Ready to adventure? Enter the cave entrance. Oh, it's loading. Alright. Welcome to the Cave of Wonders. It's an insect lair. There's a grav core signal coming from somewhere in this mysterious realm. Are we gonna be able to find it? You know what, also, fun fact, there is actually no it's actually fully oxygenated in here. Yes, there's air in the cave. Which means I can send Sun in here and he'll be okay. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised this... Oh, wait, hold on. There is oxygen in here, right? Yeah, there is oxygen. Alright. Let's keep checking it out. Sun does have the chem packs, which is good. That's what I'm looking for. We'll send Sun down there. Actually, you know what? I think an oxygen harvester would work, but I'd have to manually grab the oxygen every time I need it. As long as there's atmosphere, yeah. As long as I don't, like, dig this out. But I think I need to kill the core stuff in here first. It is incredibly janky, you're right. Oh, hold on, that's, what is that? 3 speleopedes and 1 locust? That's fine. We should be able to gun through that. I think we'll just bait him out with Sun. Maybe have Sun throw a grenade. Okay, just lob a grenade in this general direction. Step back, pull out your knife. Wait for them to approach us. We'll gun them down. I believe they are part of the base game, but I think that's why they're showing up here, because one of the mods creates like these super high-end like asteroids, and that's what we're fighting in right now. Okay, you're gonna die unless we tend to you. I think you just go back. We'll just have you stabilize Anya, and then you don't just tend. Just tend to her. And then we'll have Sun just explore a little bit more. And I think that's what we're dealing with right now. It's like the modded insect layer. I am still a little concerned though. We could probably farm this for oxygen. Probably the easiest solution. Instead of having to find a way to keep using biomass. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have... Okay, she's fine. She can keep fighting. If they can keep fighting, they're gonna keep fighting. Alright. Let's go explore northbound. Because I still haven't... Because I'm pretty sure the problem is we have to kill the queen. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, no. Just pull back. No. Alright, have Sun hold the line, I guess. Alright, and then these two have to just shoot. Do what we can. Thank goodness our guns work in space. And this is why we this is why we switched to the AKMs on everyone. It's just way better than using the Meowsins. I love the Meowsins, but in the grand scheme of fights that we're dealing with, we need more automated weapons. Also, you need to eat food. You're out of food. Okay. I think what we'll do is we're just gonna go back to base real quick. Let these guys rest and recover, and then we'll come back in a second. Ray will also return. I don't want anyone having a mental break while they're down here. Okay, finish these off. Ah, that one's still alive. Look at this foul beast. You know what? Let's try the mace out. So we have the mace now. All right, finish that off. Finish that off. Okay, not too bad. Taking a little bit of a risk by walking in here. Oh shoot, she's still being chased down. She'll be fine. She'll be fine, maybe. Okay, and we'll have Sun also exit. Kill this thing. Okay, so we do need to... So what we're gonna do is we're gonna rest and recover, and then we'll come back and finish exploring the rest of this dungeon. Okay, so you undraft, go back. And then the other thing I need is I need more... chem lights. Well, we need to restock our chem lights. That means Sun should be set to auto refill. I'm not sure how that works, but let's make sure this gets auto refilled. Hello, marksman. Good evening. How are you, comrade? Welcome to our magical little adventure in space. We found this beautiful little place that we're gonna call home if we can set it up correctly. Garm actually does have construction skill, so I'm actually gonna pivot Garm to construction first and then mining second. That way we can maybe get this built out and hopefully get that set up a little bit quicker. The thing I do need though is I need to set up also a kind of like a walkway, a pressurized walkway, hallway from here to here, from the exterior to the interior, and make it a lot more nicer looking. But that's it's a little bit less important than getting this set up. Thankfully, the one thing that is nice is we have the shuttle now, so if we need to, we can just shuttle people back and forth and resources once we decide who's gonna stay up here. And we still have enough meat to last us quite a while to keep going. We will need a lot of vaxstone though. And I think pawns don't want to leave, so let's make sure Anya is also allowed to unrestricted. Garm is unrestricted. I need one more miner and builder to be unrestricted. I think Boomhouse will be allowed outside, and Airman will also be allowed outside. I think those are the two more... I don't have enough vac suits, unfortunately. How tragic. Alright, Airman's allowed outside now too. Let him free. Yeah, there's just not enough vac suits for this. Maybe I needed a different way to... Maybe I should have used the outfits a little bit better. Probably would have been easier if I had set up proper apparel policies. I guess it's not too late, right? Not too late to set this up. It just requires a lot of effort. You'll be fine out in space, I'm sure. You just have to, basically, your whole goal is to help dismantle all of this rubble. This rubble needs to be cleared out, okay? And then by clearing out the rubble, we can build out the actual things that matter in space. Or for our brand new space base. Which means, essentially, we need room, so... no, break this down. I'll just manually order this. And hopefully this gets cleared out. One room at a time. You're very happy with your manual labor job here. Because I believe Garm is dismantling things. Anya will build the other thing. This room has to be dismantled for sure, because I think I'll dump all the utilities in this room. And Garm will build out that wall over there, so at least that might seal that off temporarily. The other thing too is this will prevent bugs from maybe getting over there, which I don't really want to deal with bugs. Okay. Hopefully... Okay, so yes, you're just going to be dismantling. I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to control that. Let's get this one too. Okay, so oxygen. We need O2. Which means I need to dump a bunch of these algae oxygenators. It looks like there's enough room to put exactly 3 of these things in here. We'll do 1, 2, 3. That's, we have enough parts for that. And then we'll need oxygen tanks as well. You can either put a 2 big ones or put 2 underfloor ones. So I think we'll do 2 of the underfloor oxygen tanks. They look kind of nice. And then what's next after that? Probably an emptier, so we can at least dump oxygen into the network. And then we'll need to we need to grow crops as well, so that, you know, we can keep this place oxygenated. How much oxygen do we even have left here? Okay. We have enough O2 to stay in space for about 8-ish days. We need bigger oxygen tanks. These are not nearly large enough for our needs. Oh my goodness, we're still running out of power. Oh my goodness, I do this every time. I'll build something important that is supposed to keep our ship and colony alive, and I'll forget to actually hook up the stupid thing to the whole dang network. I am a professional gamer, I swear. Alright, hold on. Alright, now all of our stuff remains powered forever and ever. I don't know how I keep forgetting to do this every single time. Alright, one more thing I forgot to mention. Tomorrow, we're gonna do a vote for whatever we're streaming. I know there's a good number of people who want to see more Menace, so Menace will be on the docket. As well as Hoi 4, because I think those are the 2 things that people have been interested in, either Hoi 4 or bloody, it was like Hoi 4 or Menace. I don't think there's anything other particular games I might want to throw on the docket. Possibly. I'm not going to do an art stream, don't ask. Every time I do an art stream, I always feel bad because like I can never do the quality that I'm hoping for, but that's a whole different problem. This thing needs power. Okay, how do I power this? So the issue with powering this is I don't really want to use chem fuel. What are my other power options? And I can't really put a second grav ship. Wait a second, hold on. Can I put a core on here? Okay, you can only have one grav engine. Okay. Okay, so I need to put a grav anchor somewhere here. I guess we can just put it in the oxygen room. That's probably okay. Basically keep all the stuff that keeps us in space up here, and then that's probably fine. And the main problem after that is finding a way to power all of this. So my power options are basically, do I want to put a fusion reactor down that I can power now? And then just have to make sure I come up every now and again to keep it up to date, which is fine. And then we just use the grav core power coils on the ship. Maybe we keep this powered by fusion. That might be okay. We could probably put the fusion reactor up here. We could even put the big one. Ooh, you know what? That actually doesn't seem that bad. Put a fat fusion reactor in here. We need 1 TFG module and 12 reactor plates, which I think that reactor plates are super easy to make. It's just we need more plasteel. Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad idea. And we'll run power throughout the entire base, and then we can get the rest of this figured out. And then once we get oxygen set up, we'll need... Oh my God, there's so much we need to do to get this functioning as a proper base in space. It might have... Honestly, it might have been easier to just start from scratch. Oh, hold on. We can put these nice vac barriers, too. These are pretty big vac barriers. I don't think we need those, but that's fine. Okay, since we have multiple people now, I think we can send a few more bodies into the pit. But with these people are the only ones that are allowed outside. Maybe that's not really worth it either. So here's my thinking. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll try to put a fusion reactor in here. This is where we're going to do the fusion stuff. We'll crack one of the grav cores for a TFG module. Which means I need Anya to do that, because she's the one who's able to do it, except I think she's outside. So in that case, we'll grab... Garm. Garm is a overworked comrade, but I need someone to do this. Okay, so now we'll have 1 TFG module, then I need to make the reactor plates, which should not be super expensive to manufacture. Is it here? Okay, so I believe this one makes 1. So I need 10. I think is that what it said, right? 10 for 1. I need 12. Okay, so it's at least 120 plasteel. Or cognizant of a nerve in your arm. Is it that bad? I'm assuming you tried all the natural home remedies and none of them are helping you out, right? It's just not working and you're just having to suffer. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with that. I hope you've managed to survive. Do your best to survive, Ranu. Let's get these deconstructed here too. Might as well start dismantling this. Someone else can build that out there. Alright, you go down here. Dismantle, dismantle, dismantle. I'm gonna put a grav anchor next. It's impossible? Wait, so you can't even use your... It hurts so much you can't even use your PC. That's how bad it is? That actually sucks. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you survive, Ranu. Do your best. That just sounds awful. Not being able to even use your computer. God. At least you have the nice new mouse that's supposed to at least make it easier and more, ergonomic, right? More ergonomic experience. Can you check something real quick? Whoa, hold on, what's going on? Sorry, I'm opening up YouTube real quick on my other browser. I just need to check something, make sure everything's fine. Okay, it looks like we're okay. Cool. It can do nothing if I'm already injured and she's already doing also preventive measure. Okay, I mean, that's fair. It sounds like you just really need to find a way to, ice is not going to help you. Seeing a doctor is probably the only thing that you can really do. But until then, it's just pain and suffering. Garm, I need you over here. I need to deconstruct the rest of this real quick. Thank goodness Garm has really good construction skill. There we go. Get that all slapped out there. Beautiful. Alright, and then Anya's gonna come over here, build the rest of this out. Okay, this does need to be powered. So we're gonna run a power line basically through this entire thing here. Actually, what I'm gonna do, since we do have spare power on the ship, what I do want to do as well. Okay, hold on, let's see. So an MFS can go in the back. And then I can put the helium-3 canisters like right next to it, and that should be fine. We only need one. Okay, this needs to hook up to the base. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. So I need sun over here. We're gonna dismantle this real quick. Just basically smash this down. And then I'm gonna order a... Let's see, we're just gonna dig straight across. Just essentially dig straight from here to here. And we're just gonna open this up. And that should be fine. We break this down. And hopefully, our very overworked miner can get through this. We're gonna make Garm a miner again, priority. We have enough builders. I need someone to just dig rocks. Alright, you should be done with this soon, and then we can send you back in. Vacuum exposure with the whole armor is it's just rough. Alright. Here we go. Here's Garm doing the greatest job a dear comrade can do right now. You know, dig this out real fast, because I'm gonna put a vac barrier here. Essentially, my plan right now is to build a big ol', like, 2-tile-wide corridor that we can kind of use as our, you know, primary hallway. But it's going to require at least most of this be dug out to kind of make that feasible. That way I can also run power from the ship over there. So we're just going to also have Garm just essentially dig this out now. It's not pretty, but someone's got to do it. Escape to the one place not yet corrupted by capitalism. Exactly. As long as we don't run into threats, I think we'll be fine. Although, we can't stay here forever. We'll have to leave like 1 or 2 people here with some meals. We have an entire crate of meals we haven't opened up yet. But whoever's going to be up here, they're going to have a lonely existence. It's going to be very sad and tragic. But I'm trying to get them power before we leave, because I am running out of food. So, if we can get them if we can get power running for them, that'd be the ideal scenario. But we're also trying to build oxygen systems here and all that other jazz. Anyways, how are you doing? Great. Hopefully you're having a good evening. Take this apart for me, please. Thank you very much. Can you also haul these panels? I need the panels. Yeah, so let's do this real fast. This is also going to be ripped apart too. So we'll do power, run a hidden conduit essentially from here to here. And then we'll need to run the conduit along the floor here until we can connect with the ship. Basically, when the ship lands in the future, I want it to be able to hook up like right around here. It's gonna be like the docking point. Yeah, that'll be fine. And I think I will install a mod that'll allow me to claim the fortified walls, because I mean, we're already using it, might as well take advantage of it. And I don't think I can build fortified walls. Unfortunately, that would require way too much stuff, or that's probably like whatever mod lets me do that's probably busted. I'm about to sneeze, aren't I? Oh my goodness, that was that was rough. Okay, anyways, you like my our attempt at a space station? It's not much, but we're gonna get there. Projects like this take time. Okay, let's also see if we can keep people happy. Let's do a party real quick. 5 in the morning party. Everyone just dance and vibe. Shake your little pawn shapely forms. We will actually, I think we will experience Umi's growth tier today. So, I don't know if Umi's around, but at some point Umi will have to make choices, unless I'm gonna be the one making the choices for how Umi develops as into a 7-year-old child. And that'll be the real exciting part. What will we do with Umi? Oh shoot, why are we making Oh, we made that out of insect meat, that's fine. Okay. Oh, a wanderer has joined us, except we can't accept that in deep space, so unfortunately I don't know if that person's coming in. More importantly, we did get a couple points, which is nice. It's fine getting to work in Rimworld, do Anomaly in Rimworld Odyssey finally. Hard was annoying getting ready. Oh. Yeah. I do, yeah. I hope you enjoy Anomaly. Try to experience Anomaly the way they intended to do it and maybe not use Combat Extended like I did, which kind of broke the game in half. That's all I'm gonna recommend at the very least. But it is pretty fun to try Anomaly. I know there's also a lot of mods now that add more Anomaly content, but I know Anomaly also wasn't like super popular. Come on, Garm, keep digging. I need this power line built while everyone else is still building stuff. Hopefully I get this power system set up. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can put the yeah, you need this, must be on a ship. That's the problem. Okay. Okay, so I do need to put a anchor here. I wanted to put it here, but this ancient security terminal's in the way. Actually, wait, I'll just destroy it. Wait, what am I doing? You have a knife. You have a mace. Break this down. It's in the way of my progress. Yeah, I do think it's funny that they do evolve like Pokemon. All right, what is the name of this base, this star station? I guess the only correct thing to call it is Mir. I can rename it later if I really feel like it. Okay, so then we'll put a grav anchor here. And then we're gonna put down a large MMFS fusion reactor here. This does need helium storage, so I'll put 2 helium storage tanks here. And I think this thing should only need... I can't rotate this thing. Okay, wait. We only need 1 tank, so... I think we can put 1 helium-3 tank here, and put the 2 ignition capacitors over here. I think it only needs 2, right? I hope it only needs 2. With crafting mythos creatures, is for CE, hate micromanaging atmosphere. Just Yayo. Oh, okay. Yayo is pretty interesting. I did use Yayo at some point whenever Combat Extended was updated. Hopefully Yayo's treating you right. Lovecraftian mythos creatures for Anomaly. Does that mean you're fighting Cthulhu? Lovecraftian mythos Rimworld. I need to know what this mod does. Call of Cthulhu Cosmic Horrors. Yes, this literally just spawns Cthulhu and assorted creatures. Oh wait, no, this is 1.2. This is really old. Is it Rim of Madness? Cosmic Horrors? Is that the name of the mod? Apparently there's a lot of like outdated Lovecraftian Rimworld mods, I guess. Oh, here we go. Call of Cthulhu Cosmic Horrors, I think is the one, right? Star Vampires, Migos, Shoggoths. I think that's the one you're using. I do see that's updated for a current patch, so that's probably it. It does look kind of spooky, is all I'm going to say. Not something I'd probably use myself, but hey, as long as you're having fun, more power to you. We may need to go back. Or we actually, you know, we could probably just sell a lot of the furs for food. That might be a better solution than trying to do whatever the heck I'm trying to do. I need this dugout though. I need that power cable built like yesterday. They're overworked. They're not able to move all that steel over there because they need so much steel to do these projects. Slowly but surely. I just need the grav anchor built. I think is the biggest priority. The grav anchor does require a metric ton of materials, but we have all those parts. We have a lot of grav panels now too. All right, let's wake up Garm again. The overworked comrade known as Garm must go back out there and continue to keep slapping things together. Unless we're getting rice, but that's still not a lot of rice. It's just enough food to keep us barely alive. Alright, so now that Garm is ready to go, let's send Garm back in. Okay, yeah. Basically, dig this vac stone out and the plasteel until I can run a power line, and then we gotta rebuild the power line. It also doesn't help that walking out in space is just, like, slow. Cause madness. I mean, to be fair, if you had to look upon a very spooky, mutilated corpse, wouldn't you also freak out? I think most people in general would have not a positive reaction to seeing such a thing, right? Okay, Garm, you need to wake. You're gonna stay awake. I'm gonna have Garm work a little bit longer. It's time for some unpaid overtime. Oh my gosh, the plasteel's gonna take forever to dig through. We're not gonna get this power set up. Oh man, I wanted to get this power network set up, but I don't think realistically that's feasible. Unless we get really lucky. Where are you bringing that steel? Why do we have to build a hidden conduit outside? Why couldn't you... Oh, is she blocked by the algae generators? She might be blocked by the algae generator. No, you're already here. Just build this. Okay, do the other one. No, okay, no. Then do the other one. Okay, no, come on. We can do this. You're already here. Just slap it down. This one too. Build it out. I don't know why like trying to force a pawn to do the most menial of tasks is apparently such a challenge. Okay, Airman Joker's about to have a mental breakdown because he's been hauling materials to build his grav anchors for the last God knows how long. Unfortunately, I can't do much about that. I need him to keep working. The grav anchor has to be built. I don't mind if the grav anchor is not... I don't care if the rest of it's not built, but the grav anchor has to be built. That way we can come back here whenever we need to. And that's really like the biggest goal right now. So hopefully he'll be able to do exactly that, but... with our dwindling food supplies, we will have to return back to the surface. My guess is we only have 108 meals and enough food to probably produce another 10 meals on top of that. Vacuum. So you do have ways to maybe move across vacuum faster, but that's not really what we're focused on. We can't accept that guy. We don't have room for him. We do have options to build better floors, if that's what you're asking. Like, for example, we can replace this with platform, like orbital platform floors, which, you know, looks kind of nice. Or compressed vac stone, all sorts of different things. But right now my priority is I just need to seal this, or I need to get this part built. Because basically with the grav anchor we can fly here without any more issue, and if we need to return we can, you know, go back to the surface, grab materials, and then come back up. Because right now there's not a lot of steel. This entire asteroid is just plasteel. And granted, we have a ton of steel, and we can probably trade for materials if we need to. Thought the vacuum is just speed penalty. Been unpleasant surprise to build access stores after first launch. Burn half of engines, you couldn't reach them. Vacuum is obviously you're gonna die if you're in the vacuum. There might be a speed penalty, but I'm just kind of looking at the floor walk speed, which is like it's 87% on rough vac stone. At least that's my interpretation. Carm needs to eat. He's got no food in hand. His mood's okay, so their mood's okay, so that's probably fine. Gosh. I miss those pickaxe items. Those things used to make digging rocks so much faster. We're so close. I need 80 panels and 5 components. Oh. The advanced component's not that bad. It's just everything else that's rough. Yeah, we'll definitely have to come back. I think we will leave like one person here. I think legitimately I will just leave Garm up in space. It will probably drive Garm crazy. But I think that's the best thing that I can do to ensure someone here is at least keeping this operating. And I probably will need to swap Garm off the sniper and switch Garm to a shotgun build for the time being, just because obviously, I don't know if insects are gonna pop out of the pit. We do need to go into that pit though. But I think we can leave the pit alone. I don't think it's required for us to deal with that. Okay. And then Airman Joker, I need you to quickly, once you're done using the toilet, I need you to eat and then go continue delivering materials. I don't care what you do, but you gotta eat. By the way, you like our little dining hall? Isn't it beautiful? Everyone's happy all the time. Okay, finish building the grav anchor. And then I'm gonna have Garm. Oh, right, you gotta drop that off and off. That's fine. I'm gonna reset, and then I need Garm to finish digging out the last tile. And then hopefully we can get... I definitely don't think we're gonna get the MFS built today. We did build all the parts, but again, it just takes forever to get over there. So maybe going straight for a super heavy power solution, but it was a little the wrong way to do things, but it's fine. You also like how disjointed my ship is? You like how it's not symmetrical in any way whatsoever? The ship was symmetrical at some point, but at some point I also just kind of gave up and I started just throwing things everywhere until as I needed to expand bit by bit. Not the smartest way of doing things, but I mean it functions, just maybe not the way you expect it to function. Okay. And then there we go. This is now opened up. And then Airman Joker's bringing the last of the parts that we need for the grav anchor. Now we just gotta build it. And then we can go back to the surface and go grab food and other materials that we need, because again, we're running out. The rice, I think, did help give us like 1 extra day in space, though. They look like a tumor. You mean like the giant bricks? The giant brick design, which I always see everywhere. A lot of people love doing the brick design because it's just... it's easy, right? Brick designs are simple. They work. The other thing I just realized is that these are going to need vac barriers. These will need, like, locks. Or we're going to need, like, an airlock. Yeah. I think as long as we have enough food and we don't get into fights, whoever's up here will be fine. They'll just go crazy. Hook this power cable up like that. Because again, all of our production facilities are just on like the main on the ship, right? So trying to maneuver everything into like a space base is a little difficult. There's another building here. Oh no, it's not. It terminated. Come on. You're almost done there, buddy. Please, give me my grav anchor. Alright, he gave up. Okay, finish your dinner and then build this out. Look at this. You worked so hard to build me a grav anchor. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we can use this forever. This entire tile is ours forever to use without any issue. Excellent. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be able to build the other parts, like the MFFS and the storage tanks, and obviously the sheer amount of power that we need to function. So, what do we do? At the very least, we can probably have Garm dismantle a lot of the tables, and that'll at least give us more production space. I think Garm will be okay up here alone. It'll be a lonely existence, but we'll come back and pick Garm up every now and again. Restock and resupply. Please do not destroy the grav anchor. I don't want to deal with that. Alright. We definitely need more vac suits, though. Let's see. Alright, we're gonna make at least 2 more vac suits with 2 more vac suit helmets should be fine. Ah, yes, a psychic drone that's just gonna drive all the women crazy in the colony. Great! Amazing, fun. All right, well, that's not good. I think I could probably do is put a nice bed. We need to dedicate one of these as a bedroom. think what we do... Oh gosh, yeah, we don't have a lot of... Gosh, I could just use plasteel walls due to the sheer amount of plasteel. Put like a wall here. Just put like a simple bedroom. Because there's no bed up here. Alright, we'll put a nice ergonomic bed. Just somewhere so that, you know, our dear comrade can sleep. And then the main issue is there's going to be no opportunity to shower in space. It's not really an option to do that. Short of putting down something like... can't really use a water recovery. A water generator, I guess, is fine, but we need to power this as well. Not really a spot to power this either. We need at least like 2 of these, is my assumption, to fuel this. Probably make an entire room of these, like 4. Something like that. Yeah, the smell... There's not even any oxygen. It's not even pressurized yet. It's still just nasty. Because this would have to be pressurized. Actually, this might be okay, but this would have to be pressurized over here. Garm's about to have a mental break. Unsurprisingly. Being overworked and underpaid will kind of do that to most people. I also think it's kind of amusing that our pawns are just going for, like, the easier jobs. They're already here. Might as well just build that out. I could maybe leave Anya here too, but I think I'd rather not. Getting paid. Some of them are getting paid. They're getting paid in hopes and dreams and future NEKOGRADian star credits. That's really all it is. Can I actually put a nice... Can I put one of the big grav ship barriers here? Like a 2x2 barrier. Oh, see, this is what I'm looking for, like that. We can put a 2x2 barrier. And then that will allow whoever accesses in here hopefully be free from the... Yeah, that's a 1, that's a 2, which is the anchor points, which means I should probably put steel walls. Or we could do concrete. Concrete walls are an option for us, although I'm not sure if that's a good idea. We'll do like this. This is a very, very long, dank corridor. Is it pretty? Probably not, but it functions, and that's what matters. Ideally, I'd also like to put like a giant platform to dump the ship. I don't actually have no idea if the concrete's airtight. You'd have to ask Alana if it's airtight, because it's from her mod. It's her content. Can I dump... Can I... Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get this built, because we have to also get the H3 set up. Okay. So there's enough food for Garm to survive. I think what we'll do is... Let's get everyone on the ship except Garm. And I hope Garm will be able to eke out an existence out here on the ship. Or outside here for the time being. Although... With that psychic drone... I mean, I guess we could just leave. Like, with the grav anchor, it's fine, right? We'll just come back. Yeah, let's just come back. Let's go to the surface for the time being and go hunt down some animals, get some food. Let's see. Let's go to... Maybe not the... the Boreal Forest will probably have a lot of food, right? Definitely not that area. Ancient uplink. We go to the Scarlands. It's a hollow. Increased animal life. Crow habitat. However, it is next to some pollution. But if we're not going to be there that long, I think that's okay. Yeah, we'll land there. Okay, we got through the most important part. So this will be our base. This will be our little star base up here in space. It took us 10 episodes of this colony stream for us to finally start building the space station. It's gonna take forever to get this done. And I think once our space station is quote unquote sufficient, I will be content. But hey, you know what? It's a long form project, and it feels nice that we accomplished that. It feels nice that that's been accomplished. We have a second home. with the second part of the base that we haven't solved yet. So now I have to deal with the fact that I'm gonna have 3 maps open at any given time. But since nothing's really happening on this map, maybe that's fine to ignore. But this one is gonna be a silent place. Now, granted, if it gets attacked, that's gonna be a bit of a problem, but hopefully it'll be left alone. I should probably start investing in security options for this thing as well, but our ship needs security too. I also forgot to grab the Vaxstone blocks while I was up there, which is really annoying because I only have 36 panels. We'll come back. We'll come back. Because again, hello. All right, welcome back to the land of the living. Where am I gonna dump our? Where are we parking ourselves? It doesn't really matter where we park. It's fine. We're not here to do that much. We're just here to grab resources and then bail. Since we're on the ground, what we're gonna do is we're gonna expand the. We're gonna expand this area to match this side here. I don't know if we have enough panels, but we're gonna try. So this has to go up to here. Okay, we don't have enough, unfortunately, but I think I can expand. Wait, I have 20 panels. Where did the... Oh, the remaining were up here. 36 were up there, but I only have 20 on this. I did not bring any backstone with me, so I can't even make panels. I will never have enough panels, I swear. Actual tragedy. Alright, that's fine. Let's just focus on... Okay, so first of all, everyone's allowed outside. Hunt down... That is a lot of crows. If I attack a single crow, will they all kill me? Maybe I don't want to do that. Let's kill that. Kill the elks, kill the rabbits, the minks, the muffalos, raccoons, rats, other small birds, squirrels, and the turkey. Okay, so that'll feed us. Let's fish for food. Zone fishing here. Okay, so that'll at least flesh that out as well. And because what I wanted to do was get a classroom built for Umi. Okay, I think Umi's growth event will probably be a good stopping point for the stream. That way we can be like, all right, so we've accomplished 2 things, and we'll end on a nice little happy note of expansion. Yes, I can't even expand this area because this is not it's not similar in design. Really just need a bajillion Vaxstone. It's crazy. Oh my god, there's a lot of corpses in here. I think it's just the woolly stegosaurus. Zone, dumping, storage, clear all corpses that are rotting. Okay, so let's get this out of here now. It's poison. I don't really want to deal with that. Let's fix that up. Okay, so at least we're getting the vac suit helmets and vac suits being built. It's just a slow process. I probably should have been thinking about building more of these over time. Why are we... No. Okay, also, I don't know why it keeps defaulting here. I need to reorganize the storage room. The storage room has just kind of been a disaster. I just kind of throw everything in there, hoping it'll be fine. But clearly it's not fine. Probably another corpse in here that I didn't catch, but it's okay. At least Bashi's fine. Bashi's apparently immune. I forgot Bashi's sentient now too, which is definitely a decision that we've made. I don't regret it. Okay, I'm hearing animals dying. That's good. We may or may not accidentally kill the crows, but that's fine. Okay, psychic drone is ending. We'll just have to go back again. Well, I think we'll just go up and down constantly. We have a 1.4 days between trips. It's just a matter of finding large enough creatures for us to kill for food. Ah, yes, the Muffalo are having their revenge. And now they're after Comrade Dennis. Also, Infidate got the flu. Because of course he did. They want us to build some ridiculous structure in exchange for goodwill and plasteel. That seems annoying, so I'm not going to do that quest. You stand and fight. You have a gun. Stand and fight. You pull back. You have a gun. Get over here. Shoot this one. And then Ray's gonna turn around, shoot that one. You shoot this one. All right, buffaloes are dead. Undraft. Continue our adventure. All right. Umi's got 2 days. So we got Umi to growth tier 3. We may be able to get Umi to growth tier 4. Which would also get Umi a passion. I'm just not sure how to make this any faster. Umi's already doing manual labor. There's only so much you can do as a 7-year-old anyways, even in real life. Children aren't that useful for colony survival. They are a drain on resources until they become super pawns, right? Oh, there's actually some components here. Let's grab that too. Let's grab the components. We will dig out as much as we can. I'm gonna need a lot of steel anyways. I know we've been ripping through our stacks of steel. So I want to make sure we grab all of that as well. Every steel is another unit that will be used for our great projects. So get them out there and get them working. God, I can't believe we're reduced to eating rat meat to survive. How far we've fallen. All right, is the flu tended to? Okay, yes, your flu is fine. You'll survive. Xanth has inspired creativity, which literally doesn't matter right now. Okay. So I think I'm just gonna draw the base. So okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw what I think the base is gonna look like, so that I think we can just kind of visualize this all together. So first of all, I need to claim these. I need to be able to claim this. Is gonna be the first thing that I have to do. If I'm unable to claim that with a mod, I think how it's gonna look is it's gonna look like this. We're gonna draw a line here. 2 tile wide hallway will go around like this and like this, and then that's how you get to the main entrance hall. Also need this dugout here and that one as well. Weak pawns might need rest, but imagine mushrooms. Absolute sadism. Exactly. I don't like mushrooms. Screw that. We did 69 steals and staggles. We have because we were in space for so long. Also, we have like 22 people that I have to feed on a regular basis. This amount of hydroponics will just never be enough to feed that many people. It's going to be just the honest reality. I believe, if I recall correctly, you need like 2 hydroponics bays per person to be able to feed them strictly on rice using simple meals. You might have noticed that I have 6 hydroponics bays and I have 22 people. So realistically, to do that, I'm going to need 22 times, I need 44 hydroponics bays. Each of these consume 200 watts of power, so that means I'm going to need at least 8,800 watts of power. And each of these are 4 tiles big, right? So 4 times 44 means I need 176 of free space, and then I'm going to need people to work those hydroponics basins in order to feed everyone. On a ship, that's a little difficult. In a space station, that's a little more feasible. That's why maybe on a space station it's a little better, because then I can dump more people on the space station and make the ship a little bit lighter. Basically, keep more of the crafty people on space station and keep everyone else, you know, down here in the ship. Now, granted, we are killing lots of animals, so we have a lot of food, but I don't really want to go hunting crows down. Umi's also not old enough to be able to get the NEKOGRADian gear. Nutrient paste supremacy, you'll eat your Nutri-Slop. I don't like doing nutrient paste. For NEKOGRAD specifically, I do not do nutrient paste. The NEKOGRADians demand home-cooked meals to ensure their sanity. Okay, they desire the taste of the home country, the home of the mother city. Even out in space, they will demand it. Who are we to deny them such delicious food if it will only boost their morale in the trials to come? Also need to chop down more trees, I forgot. Alright, we got the Umi growth moment. Let's do this. Alright, what does Umi get? So Umi made it to growth tier level 3. So we get to choose 1 trait for Umi to take. Optimist, incompetent, good hygiene or slop. Well, I think the only nice one we can take is optimist. So Umi is very optimistic about the future. All right. So Umi has become a little older and is now a little bit happier. No luck with the passions though, so Umi has no passions. Alright, we'll let this foreigner event trigger, and then that'll probably be a good pausing point, and then we can resume this magical adventure next week, I think. Probably literally a week from now. I was planning on doing a birthday stream next Monday, so instead of Rimworld, we'll do I'm going to eat this MRE that I'm sitting on, because I'm like, I need to do something different that's not just playing video games. I think that'd be kind of fun to try out. You know, it's been sitting there, why not give it a shot? Why not try to consume this straight from the US military MRE? I got two choices, cheese tortellini or spinach alfredo. Legitimate. I have a friend who for some reason is able to get his hands on military surplus equipment, and so he's like, here you go. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess that's a thing that I have now. So I've been sitting on it for quite some time, and I figured, all right, well, let's give it a shot. All right, helium 3, and I think I don't need anything else here. I think I take the yeah, I think that's actually all I take. I'll take the helium 3 and leave everything else. Yeah, it could be worse. It could be the vomlet. All right. Let's see. And so our magical Rimworld adventure at least concludes with us getting a new space station. It's not built, but we have a framework in which to expand and build and spread the glory of NEKOGRAD to the far reaches of the Rim. All right, who's alive? All right, we'll who is playing some, what is this game called? Reciteer, that one game about capitalism. So we're going from cat girl communism to anime girl capitalism, which I guess is fun. Take your pick. Anyways, comrades, I'm gonna get ready to go to sleep. I have other things I gotta do before I get ready to bed, including throwing some stuff into a laundry machine. I will be back tomorrow with the vote game, and then that'll be the last stream for the week, because like I said, I am going to Canada this week, and so I am not able to stream the full 4 days. I hope you enjoyed today's stream, comrades. I am going to get going. Have a good night, and I don't know, just eat some soup or something. That's what I always do. All right, goodbye. Oh wait, I gotta press the button.